Well, we'll welcome you to the 100th anniversary of the 2025 Iowa High School Boys Wrestling Tournament. I'm Danny Johnson alongside Josh here. Whoever, Josh, what do you think? 100 years, pretty long time for a tournament, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, especially something this great. It's been really good for that long.
Yeah, for sure. And like always, Josh, these first couple rounds, a lot of good action, a lot of matchups that are really close. This first round, let's start by maybe going over the Mustang qualifiers. The Mustangs with a school record 10 qualifiers this year. We got at 113 pounds, we got Ben Anderson. At 120 pounds, we got Zach Ullman. 126 for the Mustangs, we got Carver Wheeland, the second freshman. So Benny Anderson, Carver Wheeland, both freshmen, which really impressive freshman campaigns for both of those guys. Bumping up to 132, we got Remy Ressler, the senior. 138, we got Tanner Wilson, another senior. Really been a nice duel with them all year, as seniors. I think down the year, postseason, looking at state duels and just postseason in general, they've been really solid for the Mustangs, Josh. Moving into 144, Tyler Wheeland with, we got two guys with top 8 seeds, and Tyler being one of those. He comes out with a 2 seed, Josh. What are your thoughts on Tyler with the 2 seed there?
It's a good spot for him. He got the 2 seed. Jax Miller's on the top side of the bracket. So I think it really helps him out confidence-wise, really gives him a good shot coming in with that confidence builder of being the number 2 seed.
Yeah, I think when he won the Walmack, when he won the conference tournament and beat Jax Miller, I think that really sealed up the 2 seed for him. And, we talked about it off air. Tyler Wheeland's a kid that could get to the finals. He's obviously got to win some matches. He's got to do all the right things. And it's a long road to get there. And I don't want to talk out of turn here. But Tyler Wheeland's got an outside shot to get to the finals for Independence. Moving on to 150, we got Cameron Kramer. Cameron Kramer's a junior. One of the things with Cameron, he makes some mistakes, but boy, you never take your eyes off him wrestling, Josh. He does some funky throws. When you think he's in a bad position, he's a guy that comes out on top. So it'll be fun to see how Cameron does in the tournament this year. So moving into the 165-pound weight class, we got Christopher Meyer. Christopher's our second guy that did get a top 8 seed. Christopher's got the 8th seed, but really been wrestling well down the stretch. I think this year he's really stepped up his takedowns and finishing his offense, and it's been huge for him, and that's contributed. Moving on to 175, Brillan Bieber. Brillan Bieber's a sophomore, but Josh, as a freshman, he come down here and got the blood round. He did not make it through blood round, but really a good showing as a freshman. I really expect to see some good things out of Brillan here this year at the state tournament. And rounding out our 10 guys is Gable Eddy. Gable Eddy, sophomore. One of the things about Gable, probably not the biggest, strongest, heaviest weight in the field, but Gable's got an ability to be a thorn in your side. He hangs around with you, gets into the third period. He's got a great gas tank, Josh. Finds a way to kind of covering a few things for the Mustangs. Kind of a big year for Independence at the state tournament, as far as coaching. You were under Michael Doyle for a long time as an assistant coach in Independence, but he's being inducted into the Hall of Fame today, or on Saturday. But what are your thoughts, Josh, on Michael being inducted here to the Hall of Fame?
I think it's a much deserved accomplishment for him. When you look at 500 dual wins, and the fact that those 500 dual wins are all at the same school, it's an amazing accomplishment. No, most high school coaches don't make it that long at the same school to be able to accomplish those type of things.
Yeah, you bet. And as we talk about Coach Doyle, as great as Coach Doyle is, because he's really done some great things. He's got a lot of good guys underneath him as well. And with that being said, Gary Anderson, also being recognized as the middle school coach of the year. I know you've got a chance to work with Gary and Michael over the years, but it's really no different today than what it's been for the last 15, 20 years. Your thoughts on all the coaches and how the youth run all the way up through middle school.
Yeah, it's a program that the coaches stick around. You're not seeing a lot of different faces come in and out, and then you get coaches like Nicholas Holt and Matt McMillan and Nick Fuller that come back. Like, they were wrestlers at Independence, and now they're on the coaching staff. So I think that just talks to more about what the type of leader that Doyle is, and Gary, and a few years ago John Carey got the middle school coach of the year also. It's just a great staff to be a part of.
Well, a couple things I want to hit on. I also want to thank Matt Shanning Wrestling Productions for getting us all set up here today, Josh, and getting us all ready to go. We wouldn't be able to do it without them. But last, we're going to have National Anthem here in about 3 minutes, but I'm going to give you a chance, Josh, to talk about day one of the state tournament for the Mustangs. Talk a little bit about how it works, with top 8 seed not wrestle in the first round, and talk a little bit about how it's going to go today.
Yeah, so last year they switched over from 16 qualifiers to going up to 24 qualifiers. So in that, they had to go to a 32-man bracket. So they seed everything out now, and your top eight seeds, they get a bye first round. So 9 through 24 are wrestling. The winners will go ahead and wrestle one of the top 8 seeds, and then the losers will go to the backside of the bracket, and they get a bye to the second round of Constellation. So as you look at your program, it says today we're going to be wrestling first round Constellations. Well, the reason they say that is because of the fact that first round Constellation, all 8 wrestlers get a bye. So everybody that qualifies for the state tournament now, nobody's getting knocked out on the first day. Everybody comes back and wrestles the second day.
That's great. We talked about it earlier. Tyler Wheeland and Christopher Meyer, both top 8 seeds for the Mustangs. So they won't wrestle in this opening round. We'll see them in round 2 here, which will go, the first round goes 106 to 285, and then they'll go right back into round 2 here and wrestle right through round 2 on the front side to completion tonight. So, well, Josh, we're about a minute away here. We're going to go ahead and take a short break. We'll let you listen to the national anthem, and we'll come right back with some more wrestling.
High School Athletic Association, which will run from today through Saturday evening's championship matches. At this time, we would ask that you please rise and join in honoring our great nation with the singing of our national anthem, performed this evening by Wavelength. Wavelength is a Clear Lake High School vocal jazz group directed by Jason Heitland. Wavelength is a 12-member audition ensemble and includes students in grades 9 through 12. Members include Alita Lundberg, Lauren Juergens, Josephine Brady, Cecilia Clark, Lauren Coleman, Hannah Connor, Kaylee Ostrander, Luke Moore, Caleb Moore, Brian Lawler, Abraham Clark, and Bergen Plain. Last summer, Wavelength was invited to perform the national anthem at a Minnesota Twins baseball game, has been the opening act for a number of concerts at the historic Surf Ballroom, and consistently earns Division I superior ratings at the IHSAA State Jazz Choir Festival. Ladies and gentlemen, Wavelength and our national anthem.
Well, welcome back. As we go live here, we just completed our national anthem. If you missed the introductions, it's the 100th annual boys high school wrestling state tournament. You know, a little bit of the format here. We got 8 mats going. And, you know, it's going to be pretty hectic here, Josh, as we call it out. Probably, you know, when Independence has, you know, from 113 to 150 all in the tournament, you're probably going to have a couple guys on at once. So we'll do the best we can here. If there's a couple, 2, 3 at the same time, as giving you all the information we can.
Folks, say it with me. We are ready to wrestle!
So we're underway here at 106 pounds of the 2A class state tournament.
Jackson McGonigal, center field Urbana, Leighton Elmquist, Audubon. On mat number 2,
Once again, Independence did qualify 10 guys for the state tournament. You know, recapping that real quick, Ben Anderson at 113, Zach Holman at 120, Carver Wheeland at 126, Remy Wrestler at 132, Tanner Wilson to be wrestling 138, Tyler Wheeland 144, and one of our top 8 seeds. You know, we got 2 guys. He's a 2 seed. Cameron Kramer at 150, Christopher Meyer at 165. He's our second top 8 seed. He will also have a first round bye. And then 175, Brillan Bieber, and rounding out the field here, 285, Gable Eddy. You know, we talked about this, Josh. You know, once it gets going, it seems like this first round really flies through. You know, you get some guys here that lopsided matches, you know, maybe get some falls and some tech falls, so it goes pretty fast.
West Delaware, Manchester, Josh Gray, Sergeant Bluff Luton. Now wrestling on mat number 3 at 113, Thomas Zabka, Algona, Hunter Campion, Anamosa.
Pretty sure Benny Anderson was on deck already as soon as the first 8 match come out. So
on mat number 5 at 113, Angel Cortez, Clarion Goldfield Dow's, Watson Susie, OABCIG. Cortez of Clarion Goldfield Dow's, Susie of OABCIG, wrestling on mat number 5 at 113.
trying to get our mat assignments up here. I'm going to recall this up. It's going to be about 210.
113, Charlie Foster, Williamsburg, Ryan Cassidy, West Liberty. Foster, Williamsburg, Cassidy, West Liberty. Now wrestling on mat 7 at 113.
So Benny Anderson's going to be on deck on mat 2. I'm going to try to get that depth.
Looks like Zach Holman might be right after him on mat 2 also. So.
Yep. So we, you know, looks like we're kind of, you know, striking it right here to begin with. Going to have the first 2 Independence guys on the same mat here. You know, as we talked, Josh, you know, if they missed it in the pre-broadcast, so one of the things that changing this to a 4-day tournament is, you know, nobody's eliminated on day 1. So, if, you know, if you lose today in the first round or the second round, you go to the backside, but you don't wrestle again until tomorrow. So nobody gets eliminated from the tournament today. We basically are wrestling 2 rounds on the front side here is what we're doing. And the guys that go to the backside all get buys, so they just advance another round on the backside. So, well, down on mat 2, it looks like we're into the second period with 1:10 to go. It's an 11-0 match there on mat 2. Parmatter from Vinton Shellsburg winning that one over Pfeiffer from Grinnell.
Well, that mat just ended in a fall, so Benny will be coming up here now.
Havercorn, Charles City, Judah Gerwell, Winterset. Havercorn, Charles City, Gerwell of Winterset, now wrestling on mat number 7 at 120. Now wrestling on mat number 4 at 113, Colin Harris, Atlantic, Lucas Anderson, Sheraton.
So Benny Anderson's checked into the table here on mat 2. 113-pound weight class. We're going to get started here.
Now wrestling on mat number 2 at 113, Benjamin Anderson, Independence, Braden Jara, APGC. Anderson of Independence.
Both wrestlers come out kind of ear to ear here in a tie-up.
On mat number 2 at 113.
Couple snap downs. Both wrestlers just kind of feeling each other out here a little bit, it looks like. Into a pretty heavy collar. Goes Anderson. Benny with a nice single leg shot. He's going to end up out of bounds on it. You know, in about shoulder deep on that, Josh. Really nice attempt there, but going to have to do a little closer to the center of the mat. Benny Anderson, 37-12 on the year. Braden Jara from AP is 23-27. Benny with a takedown. He's got a front cradle locked up here. You know, he's got the takedown. Looking for back points. Not going to get the back, but he's got a cross face set in here. Looking to set up the cradle.
Now wrestling on mat number 7 at 126. Brody Olson, Esterville, Lincoln Central.
There he's got the cradle locked up.
Certainly getting back points at the very least here. Benny Anderson with a fall. Independence starts the tournament with Benny Anderson win here with a fall with 52 seconds to go in the first period. So really, Josh, that's what we're looking for to get this thing started.
Yeah. I mean, especially for a freshman coming out there, you know, just kind of feeling it out for a little bit, but then going after getting after his offense, getting on top and getting to where he's good.
So next up, we're going to have Holman right away here on mat 2. Probably need to be looking for Carver Wheeland to make sure he's not coming up. I don't see him just yet.
Yeah, so we got Zach Holman, sophomore, 28 and 22, wrestling Caden Mitchell of Waukon, a freshman, 25 and 6.
So, you know, pretty young matchup here, as we'd expect it, you know, at these lower weights, Josh.
Now wrestling on mat number 3 at 120, Luke Showalter, Hampton Dumont Cal, Braxton Haas.
Both guys just kind of forehead to forehead here for the first 15 seconds.
Haas of Atlantic, now wrestling on mat number 3 at 120.
Looks like Holman kind of trying to work a 2-on-1. He's got that on the left side there.
Trying to get his head position. There he goes after a single leg.
Does not quite get it. Both wrestlers come back to their feet here with 1:25 to go, first period. Holman kind of with a, you know, just a little bit of a carry attempt off his knees there. Josh did a really nice job, just didn't quite get it. Holman with a front headlock situation here. He's snapping down to the mat.
Now wrestling on mat number 6 at 120.
Oh, nice shot
by Holman here. Take down 3.
Winters of Green County, Steinkamp, Center Point, Urbana. Now wrestling on mat number 6.
Boy, he really was smooth with that. Set that up nice with, you know, the 2-on-1, a lot of pressure. And next thing you know, he just passes by and nice takedown for Holman. Looks like we're going to have Remy Wrestler in the hole on mat 3. So we got a little time here. Looks like we got plenty of time. 40 seconds to go here, first period. Holman leading 3-0. Tuning in late. Benny Anderson come in and got a fall for us to start the tournament for the Mustangs at 113. Holman's going to get a locked hands call here. Carver Wheeland in the hole on mat 7 too. About 15 seconds to go here, first period. Holman's up 3-0, but he is getting called for locked hands. That's going to be 1 point there from Mitchell from Waukon. It's going to bring the match 3-1, 9 seconds to go. Mitchell's still in the down position. Really important here, Josh, to get the 9-second ride out and not give up another point here.
Yeah. Keep him down for these last 9 seconds. Just ride it out to keep this score 3-1 at the end of the first period.
And that's what's going to happen here. Holman does a really nice job with the ride out. So we're going to, looks like it's going to be Mitchell's choice here. He defers. Holman's going to take neutral here to start the second period. Holman is leading 3-1. Both wrestlers to their feet here. They go out of bounds with 1:45 to go, second period.
Holman trying to get back to that 2-on-1. There he takes a nice high crotch shot. Trying to do a fireman's here.
Boy, he's got his hips over the top. Boy, that's going to be 3 more right there. Holman's going to take a 6-1 lead into the second period here with 1:23 to go, second period. Boy, really nice. He got in nice and deep on that.
Looking
Josh.
for some back points here. Didn't get him as he goes out of bounds.
1:15 to go, second period. Holman leading 6-1.
Eli Ollinger, Benton Shellsburg, Brody Black, Glenwood. Ollinger, Benton Shellsburg, Black of Glenwood, now up on mat number 8 at 1:13.
Holman working an arm bar here off the left side. You know, he loves to tilt out of this position, Josh.
Yeah, trying to work that right hip back down, get the wrist. Mitchell's doing a good job of keeping it out.
Well, there's the tilt. He doesn't have the wrist though. He's not getting any back points.
Not quite past 45 yet. Getting close though.
Does a good job of lifting up the leg. Boy, it looks close from here. It's really close.
There we go.
One swipe there. We're down to 30 seconds to go here. Second period. Holman's leading 6-1. Working an arm bar off the left side here.
Still got that arm bar working for the wrist. We need a good mat return here as Mitchell comes up to his feet. We got 14 seconds left, and Mitchell gets the escape.
That's going to make it a 6-2 match. 10 seconds to go, second period. Holman did a nice job there. He you know, jumping sides, trying to get his hip back down, and ended up allowing Mitchell to come back to his feet there. That's going to do it for the second period. Mitchell's choice. He's going to go neutral here, the third period. We're underway here.
Hopefully Holman can get back to his 2-on-1 here and stay offensive.
Holman's gave up a leg here. Mitchell in on a single leg, picking it up. Holman with a wizard in here, really battling. Mitchell jumps through and switches off to a double and finishes. It's going to be a 6-5 match here. Holman is still leading with 1:30 to go, third period. But that tightens it right up.
Yeah, the new 3-point takedowns, you catch up pretty quick.
Yeah, you know, we talked about that a little pre-broadcast with, you know, the 1 point of contact being a really big rule change at the high school level, and the 3-point takedown for near fall. You know, if you're not familiar with high school wrestling in the last year, it's interesting because the scores add up pretty quickly.
Yeah, tech falls can come a lot faster, or if you're down big, you don't necessarily need that big move and pin them, because you can score a lot of points in a short period of time with 3-point takedowns, 4-point near falls.
Holman kind of trying to work a reversal here. Does not get it. They end up going out. He kind of sat out and turned in, but they go out of bounds nonetheless. 51 seconds to go here, third period. Holman still leading 6-5. It's going to be blood time on Mitchell, it looks like. I would almost think that he's probably going to have to cut him eventually, Josh. I don't think he can keep riding.
I mean, as his coaches, I'd probably be saying that he's been riding Holman here for almost a minute and hasn't been able to turn him yet. So I would think he's probably going to be thinking about maybe letting him up right now and going back to the feet. Or
there's looks like we got a fall over there on mat 3. So that should bring up Remy Wrestler here.
And that's what Mitchell does. He lets him up now, so we start on our feet here at 7-5 Holman with 48 seconds left to go. Holman does have his 2-on-1.
Now wrestling on mat number 3 at 132, Bentley Sloan, PCM Monroe.
Doing a really nice job of controlling the hand there.
PCM Monroe, wrestler of Independence, now wrestling on mat number 3 at 132.
Down to 20 seconds to go here, third period. Holman still leading 7-5. Both guys on their feet. Kind of forehead to forehead here. Mitchell kind of takes a poor shot there with 10 seconds to go. Remy Ressler over on 3, in on a single leg right away off the whistle. Not able to finish. Kind of in a scramble position. Both wrestlers back to their feet. Remy's.
And Holman gets the win, 7-5.
Remy is going to get the takedown. The kid almost fell into a cradle there.
Got the takedown and 2 back points, did Remy.
So it's going to be 1 escape. Remy's going to be leading 5-1. He's back in on another single leg here. Switches off to a double and gets kind of tossed to his back here. Gets run over a little bit. Ended up giving up a 3-point takedown. He's in injury time here, I think. I'm not sure what we got going on here. I'm not sure what the call was. Remy's down nonetheless. He is leading 5-4 with looks like 1:16 to go, first period.
Knudsen of Decorah, Nepal, Kemper Catholic now up on mat number 2 at 1:26.
Remy grabs a leg off the whistle. He's turning to face. He's going to get the reversal and back points, it looks like here. I don't know if he got 2 swipes there yet.
I think he does. I think he's holding 4.
Oh, Remy pulls into a headlock position from the top side. Really looking for a fall here.
Yeah, try to get out of those legs. There, he got it.
Nice. So Remy Ressler with a fall with 46 seconds to go left, first period. That's 3 guys, 3 wins, Josh. That's a hell of a good way to start the day.
Can't ask for a better start.
No. So next up, we're going to have Carver Wheeland coming right up here on mat 7. Look through these again, make sure we're not missing anything.
Yeah, and that's one thing with the way Remy Ressler goes. There's not much time to talk about anything else except the action that's going on, because there's normally a lot of action.
I'll tell you what, Josh, in on takedowns right away. Both times they went to their feet. He wasn't on his feet for more than 10 seconds before he's in on a shot, and both times it went right to back points. So, you know, scoring points in bunches, and we've really seen that a lot from the senior this year. And you know, he's a dangerous opponent in this tournament. Maybe not the most technical guy Independence has got, but I'm going to tell you, he's certainly one of the most dangerous guys we got. He's better. I'd go out on a limb to say he's our best cradler as far as hooking it up in a big hurry.
Yeah, but when you get him in the positions that he's good at, he's good.
Yeah.
So if he can get that cradle locked up, it's most of the time lights out.
Yeah, he's shown that over and over again this year. So that, like I say, that's, you know, we're into the second round at 113, 120, and 126 here, or I'm sorry, 132. 126, Carver Wheeland still coming up here in the first round. You know, talking about his matchup just a little bit, why we got him in it. You know, he's gonna wrestle Schrapp, you know, from Williamsburg. They've wrestled 3 times this year, Josh. You know, Benton Community, you know, Carver was leading that match. I want to say it was 9-1, and he got spladed twice in the third period and ended up losing that match on back-to-back 4 back point moves. You know, in the conference tournament, you know, Carver was able to get a win, you know, do the things he needed. And then we wrestled him again at state duels. I really thought Carver controlled that match all the way through, and Schrapp gets a takedown, you know, with 20 seconds to go, third period, and Carver couldn't come back from it and ends up losing. So Carver is 1-2 against this guy, but I can tell you, I think, you know, my overall assumption is Carver's probably a better wrestler. He's just got to be careful in this match.
Yeah, and I mean, Carver's improved as the year's gone on too. So I think he'll take that loss that he had down at state duels, and for a freshman wrestling in that atmosphere, you know, that was his first match in a state tournament as a high schooler. So a little bit of nerves, you know. It was only 2-0 going with, I think it was less than 10 seconds left when Schrapp got his takedown to win, and you know, he's leading the match the whole time, and you know, so maybe a little bit of nerves got to him. And I don't necessarily think I'll see that here. Now that he's got 1 state tournament under his belt as a state dual tournament. So
Yeah, and I would agree. And I think another nice thing that the Mustangs do is they don't shy away from competition, Josh, as you're familiar with. From the Cliff Keene to Battle of Waterloo to Benton Community, Osage duels. We just go tournament to tournament, weekend to weekend, where we put our young guys through the test right away. And, we talk about it a lot. When they come down here, they're not wrestling anybody. They don't wrestle week to week in the conference either. I mean, we got a tough conference with the Walmack, and it really breaks these guys in quickly when they're young. Looking at the board here, Tanner Wilson's going to be coming up on mat 1 as well. He's in the hole on mat 1. We are still waiting for Carver Wheeland. He's now on deck on mat 7. That match is currently 1 minute to go, first period down there, so we got a couple periods left. Kind of recapping here just a little bit. We did a little pre-broadcast, but we'd like to reach out to Michael Doyle and let everybody know, he's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame Saturday night. Really big honor for not just Michael, but his family and all the coaching staff. It's all done with a bunch of guys, but hats off to Michael. Really, really good honor for him, and we look forward to that ceremony.
Yeah. And just a side note on Doyle, if you happen to have his cell phone number, probably wouldn't hurt to text him happy birthday today. What a better time for a guy dedicated to wrestling to celebrate a birthday.
Yeah, really kind of sums it up. I don't know how it could get any better than being at the state tournament and having a birthday at the same time. We also, looked at, the dual wins. Doyle got to over 500 dual wins this year, going to the state duels. Ended up at 501 on the year. Really impressive. Ended up 5th as a team. I think we possibly could have done better than that, but nonetheless, had a good tournament. But we talk, with this coaching staff, I keep going back to, our middle school too. And we talked about John Carey was inducted here just a couple, 2-3 years ago. I don't remember exactly how long ago. But this year, Gary Anderson is the middle school coach of the year. Will also be recognized for that. And that just shows you where the program's at and why we do what we do year in and year out. To come down to the state tournament, bring, anywhere from 5 to 10 guys seems pretty, normal anymore, which is not normal if you start looking around at what teams bring down here. So anyway, also while we're waiting for a match here, we'd like to thank Matt Shannon Wrestling Productions for setting us up here to do the broadcast. We're using all their equipment, and the guys do a nice job of creating links and getting us rolling, and we appreciate that. We did some introductions. I'm Danny Johnson, alongside longtime assistant coach here at Independence. Not only assistant high school, but was a heavy factor in producing young kids and working with the youth. So Josh, we thank you for that, and we're welcome to have you here and grateful. So, well, what a start, right? We've Independence has kind of got on a roll here, and I suspect the next couple matches coming up are going to be good ones here. Yeah, I really look for some good action in that Wheeland Schropp match. And Tanner Wilson's been looking really good also. Getting to his shots, getting to his cradle. And boy, Tanner, we talk about it quite a little bit, but Tanner's offensive all the time for 3 periods. And if you've watched Tanner, there's no break when you're his opponent. He's coming at you with offense for 6 minutes. So it'll be anxious to see how he does here in the state tournament.
Yeah, he's one that even freshman year we thought he would be down here, and he hasn't made it. So finally got down here his senior year, and really happy for him. Just always ran into districts where there was 3 good guys, and he just happened to be the one that stayed home out of the 3 all the time. And
I even remember last year, Josh, I think it was the 1 and 3rd ranked kid in the state. We're all in our districts, and he was ranked 7th, 8th, whatever he was ranked. But we had 3 top 10 kids in our district. Yep. Which makes it really, really tough. Well, we're waiting here for mat 1. Tanner Wilson's coming up. It looks like we're probably going to have 2 at once here. It looks like Schropp and Wheeland's coming up on 7 next, and Wilson and Griswold are going to be up on 1. So
Yeah, both matches ending the second period real close right now, so both scores are pretty close. So I don't see a quick change in that.
Well, we got a period here. You know, we talked about the brackets a little bit and just recapping on that. So, you know, adding the extra day to the state tournament, Josh, there is no one eliminated in day one anymore. So if you lose on the front side, you automatically go to the back side and get a bye, so you'll wrestle the second day. The winner's side, there is 2 rounds on the front side of this tournament. So if you're not a top 8 seed, you're going to wrestle both rounds, which we've already had, you know, 3 guys come through. And if you are a top 8 seed, you get a bye in the opening round. So we got Tyler Wheeland and Christopher Meyer both with byes in the first round. They will wrestle their first round or their first matches in the second round of this session. So, you know, kind of a change when they went to the 32-man bracket and allowed your top 8 a bye in the first round.
Yeah, and you could look at that one of 2 ways. For some people, coming out getting that match, so the kids that win are coming around wrestling somebody that hasn't got a match in. So you put that back on the coaches to make sure that those kids that got byes, that they got a really good warm up in, that they got their sweat rolling, so that they're got that first match in, so they're at the same spot that these other kids that they're going to be meeting up against are.
You know, Josh, you've been able to get a lot of experience down here at the state tournament as a coach. You know, what is the thoughts? I mean, what do you do to try to keep the kids calm and focused at the same time? What are some of the things you guys have done?
I mean, every kid's different, but some kids you just got to make sure that there's a time to think about wrestling, and then there's a time to not think about wrestling. You can't let them focus on it 24/7.
Yeah.
So like when you get back over here after weigh-ins, and you go back to the hotel and eat whatever you can eat, and then come back and get a little bit of a warm-up in again. After that, you know, sometimes we'd play cards with them. Sometimes we'd just sit and talk. Sometimes we'd let them come out and watch the wrestling. Basically, every individual is different on what they want to do, but you got to find out what each individual wrestler likes to do and what makes them really focus in on when it's time to focus in.
Yeah, that's interesting take on it. You know, I always wondered what went on behind the scenes. It's kind of nice to have you on to talk about some of that stuff. It looks like we're down on mat 7 here. We're down to 56 seconds to go. Looks like mat 1 is going to be first. It looks like we're going to have Tanner Wilson coming up here in about 3 seconds here. Looks like McGregor from Algona is going to beat Hoffman of Sheldon.
And that's one thing you might be wondering why Remy Wrestler has already wrestled our 32-pounder and our 26-pounder hasn't yet. Well, state tournament made some changes, and they've already got all the bouts already predetermined on what mat they're going to, up to 3 matches. So if a mat goes faster, you're gonna wrestle faster. To where it used to be first available mat, the next match came out and you just ran to the mat and wrestled it. But
well, here we go. The coaches are in the corner. The wrestlers are checked in. Tanner's shaking hands here. We're ready to go.
Wilson, Independence. Will Griswold, Center Point, Urbana.
Tanner, no different than Remy Wrestler. He's had 3 shot attempts in the first 15 seconds here. Working a little arm drag here. Oh, in on a single, kind of lost it. Finds himself giving up a single. He's going to end up giving up a takedown here with a minute 30 to go, first period, but an immediate escape. You know, that makes it a 3-1 match. Griswold from Center Point, Urbana, up 3-1 over
Williamsburg, Carver, Wheeland, Independence.
We're going to start the Schropp match, Wheeland match here on 7. So here we go.
Tanner in on a single. Griswold fighting it off pretty well here.
Kind of got a Walmack matchup down there, Josh. Schropp, Wheeland underway here on 7.
Jackson Miller, North Butler, Clarksville. James Dorian, Woodward Granger. Miller, North Butler, Clarksville. Dorian, Woodward Granger.
Wheeland, Schropp kind of working hands, trying to work position, really kind of forehead to forehead here on mat 7.
Tanner was in deep on a shot again there. Tanner gets a takedown. So Tanner's winning 4-3 right now with 30 seconds left in the first period here. He does have a cradle locked up. Trying to get back points. He's going for the suicide cradle here. We're getting back points.
Did get a couple, it looks like.
Nope, he must only got one swipe. No back points. Griswold got the escape. So we're 4-4 with 7 seconds left.
So we got Carver, Wheeland, and Schrapp here 0-0 with 1 minute to go, first period.
Number 6 at 138.
Working on the edge of the mat here. They're going to go out of bounds and get a restart with 53 seconds to go first period. No score in that match.
Start of the second period here. Center point gets the choice. They defer. Tanner Wilson chooses down.
At 138, Caden Stutman, OABCIG.
Carver working a 2-on-1 off the left side here. Little single high crotch attempt, no avail. Carver back to his feet here.
At 138.
Schrapp trying to circle, just kind of circle in the out of bounds line here. Carver with another fireman's carry attempt. They end up going out of bounds. It's going to be 21 seconds to go first period, no score. Going to get a restart here.
Tanner's up to his feet here. Griswold grabbed the legs, was in on a single leg here. Still 4-4.
Schrapp working underhook off the right side. Carver trying to control wrist on the left, kind of ear to ear. Carver now snaps him down into a front headlock. That's going to do it for the first period.
Tanner still trying to work on a reversal here.
Walsh of Sergeant Bluff Luton, Nace of Gilbert.
Looks like he's got the ankle hook now. Going to get a stalemate there, it looks like, with 56 seconds to go. So Tanner's still going to be in the down position. Schrapp chooses down here on mat 7. Carver riding Schrapp. Carver working a crossface here, looking to get cradle. He's got cradle hooked up, Josh, down here on mat 7. Trying to get Schrapp turned over.
Tanner Wilson does get his escape. 43 seconds left. Tanner Wilson is up 5-4 in the second period. Tanner's back in deep on a shot. Got Griswold to his butt, just needs to pop his head out.
Carver still got the cradle hooked here with what looks to be 123. He's got the cradle. He's got him turned over, Josh. He's getting back points. He is going to get some back points, but Schrapp's able to break the cradle. He's got 4 back points.
Tanner Wilson just gets the takedown. Goes up 8-4 in the match now. 12 seconds left in the second period here.
Carver Wheeland leading 4-0 here as they go out of bounds. I can't see the clock on 7. Josh, can you see how much time's left on the second?
About a minute 4.
Minute 4. I can't see it from here. We're sitting up in the press box, and we're kind of over top the mats by a long ways here. Carver back in on another crossface. He's looking cradle again, and he's going to get it. Schrapp smartly stretches out this time.
Start of the third period here. Griswold chooses neutral. Griswold gets a takedown, slide by. Scores 8-7 here with minute 44 left in the third. Tanner Wilson on top.
Carver back in on a crossface. He's got the cradle up again over here, Josh, on mat 7. He's looking to turn Schrapp again with 27 seconds to go. Schrapp doing everything he can to stay off his back, but he's not going to. Carver's got him on his back again. He's going to get 2 swipes here. Carver's got an arm hooked up. He's going to take Schrapp to his back again, get more back points. He's looking for a fall here. The young freshman looking for a fall on the senior Schrapp. Trying to get his leg freed up so he can tee out here. That's going to do it for the second period. Carver Wheeland takes an 8-0 lead here into the third.
We got 55 seconds left here in the third period down here on Tanner Wilson's match. He's still underneath Griswold. Tanner's leading 8-7. He just gets his escape, so they're back on their feet. 9-7's the score. Tanner's in on a shot. Tanner's going to get that takedown.
That's good stuff right there, Josh. Great takedown from the senior. That's what you want to see a senior do at the end of a match. Go get it. That was a great job.
Yeah, so we got a 12-7 lead for Tanner with 30 seconds left to go in the match.
Well, I'll tell you what, Carver chooses the top position, and Schrapp has made no attempt to get out from bottom here from Carver.
Griswold gets a reversal with 14 seconds left, so we're 12-9. They go out of bounds. Tanner gets the escape, so it's 13-9 with 10 seconds to go here.
Carver Wheeland got the cradle hooked up again. Schrapp's on his back again here on mat 7. Wheeland looking for the fall. Schrapp somehow breaks it. He's got another 4 near fall. He's leading that match 12-0 in the third period with 1 minute to go.
Tanner Wilson does get the win here, 13-9. So there we go, 4 for 4.
I tell you what a match. I know there's 50 seconds to go third period, but Carver Wheeland has dominated down here on mat 7. I tell you, I interviewed this kid a couple times this year, Josh, and he is not afraid of anybody. I mean, it amazes me as a freshman the nerves he has. He's looking to tilt here. I mean, he's looking to get a tech fall.
Yeah, it's really good to see these freshmen come down here and have no fear against these older. Schrapp is a senior, so it's, freshman wrestling a senior.
Schrapp does get the escape. It's going to make it a 12-1 match. Wheeland right back in on a shot here. Looks like he's going to finish again. It's going to make it 15-1, and he's getting back points. I don't know if yep. There's a technical. Oh, he only got 1 swipe, I think.
Yeah, he must have only got 1 because he didn't end up giving any back points. So
wow,
15-1.
What a win by the freshman right there. 15-1 win. Carver was 1-2 with that Schrapp on the year. Really controlled every match, and today, when it really counts, come down and just made a statement. 15-1 win. Great match for Carver Wheeland. Well, let's take a look. We got Caden Kramer is on deck here on mat 2.
Because Tyler Wheeland will get a bye this first round, so he will not be wrestling.
So it looks like we should have a little break in the action where we can cover Kramer here on mat 2. Where are we at on mat 2? Looks like we got 22 seconds left in the first period, so we got a couple periods here. So 5 guys up, 5 guys advance here, Josh. I don't know how you could draw it up any better.
No, and I mean, major decision, falls. They're doing it in big ways too. So that's good for team points.
It is. It is. Really impressive. I watched Tanner down there. I know you were calling that one, but I was able to look down there in the third period when he was up by a point or 2 there. I think it was, I don't know if it was 8-6 or what it was, but boy, he got back to his feet, and once again, just like we talk about, he comes back all offense right away in the third period. He wasn't stalling. He come back out and went and got another takedown to put that match away.
Yeah. And really good. I mean, setting things up and getting after the legs, making the guy react to him, and just being able to finish that one, widening the score, not just winning by 1 or 2.
Well, once again, just recapping here for the minute, we're at the 100th annual Iowa Boys High School State Wrestling Tournament, Josh. 100 years of state wrestling tournaments here in Iowa, here at Wells Fargo Arena. Once again, this tournament's changed a little bit. We haven't touched on this yet, but what are your thoughts, Josh, on no sectionals anymore? I know that I really like the team duels being put a couple weeks out in front of the state tournament, but it does kind of make it interesting when you don't have a sectional and just go right into a district.
Yeah, but I think they're doing a really good job of maybe now trying to get things spread out a little bit more, getting your top ranked wrestlers away from each other, so you get the best 24 guys down here. And so I don't mind not having it. I really do like state duels moving. As a coach that coached a lot of kids that wrestled in the state duels and then had to turn around and wrestle in the state tournament the next day. By the time you got to day 3 in the state tournament, you had 3 extra really tough matches that some other kids didn't if they didn't qualify for state duels. So I think that paid a real toll on some of those kids.
Well, and we talk about it. I know if you get hurt, you get hurt. But if you tweak an ankle or something like that, if you got a couple weeks, you got somewhat of a chance to get healed up a little bit, and even jam a finger, something minor, really gives you an opportunity to help yourself out when you get down here.
Yeah, and I also think it's given, you know, some teams didn't wrestle their best lineups when they qualified for duels because of that reason. And now I think the dual tournament's gonna get your best lineup because it's a couple weeks before the state tournament. So.
Well, as we wait here for Kramer to come up on a mat 2, you know, I'd like to reach out to Matt Shannon's Wrestling Productions again, Josh. You know, it's really went a long ways over the last 10 years. I know it started out with the Mat Club really kind of helping out a little bit, getting him going, and Matt just running with it, right? Does some things that, you know, I know he was in Alabama last week doing a high school state tournament. He's really expanded what he's doing and does a really nice job and has a bunch of nice people helping him to get it accomplished. So
yeah, I know he's Big 12 championships. I mean, he's done some pretty big tournaments and does a great job of doing it. It's really
well. You know, I also run video for classes 1A and 3A, Josh, and you know, it's flawless on the floor. There's never any bouts that aren't there. There's never any, you know, scoring issues. The track wrestling side of things go really smooth. So, well, once again, shout out, you know, to Shannon Wrestling Productions. Really good stuff. Well, we're checking back in here. Kramer on deck here on mat 2. It looks like they're in the second period with 40 seconds to go there. Looks like Gurman's up 9-2 over Allison. Gurman from North Fayette Valley, Allison from Fairfield. Kind of see that 1 point of contact coming in down there on mat 2, Josh. You know, he's kind of dragging a toe on the line there. They're all the way out of bounds other than a toe. That's a rule change this year. You know, we talked about that earlier. You know, really changed, you know, high school wrestling with that as far as the takedown on the edge of the mat.
Yeah, it really, I mean, it makes your circle a little bit bigger. And also just, I think it clears up the confusion that you used to have with the out of bounds rules. Now, as long as your toes touching or your fingers touching or your shoulder, you're in bounds, no matter which wrestler it is. As soon as that lifts off the mat, you're out of bounds. So I think it has helped the consistency a little bit.
Yeah, you know, recapping here a little bit. The Mustangs send 10 wrestlers down this year, Josh. That's a school record for independents, which is really good. You know, you watch them as a dual team, really solid. So seeing 10 of them get down here, really impressive for the kids and the coaching staffs. You know, and then you get down here and you take the first 5 matches and get wins. So really good start. It's like, you know, we belong. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, and that's years of dedication. I mean, all from early childhood. Okay, we do have Kramer up here on mat number 2 now.
Boy, a little slide by right away for a takedown. Kramer right into a cradle, and he's got that hook tight, Josh.
Yep, just needs to get outside a little bit more.
Looking to roll it back here. He does have, he broke the cradle, so Urich did break the cradle. Kramer right back in on a crossface, goes right back to it. Got it hooked again, looking to pull it back. 1:27 to go, first period. Kramer leading 3-0.
There he's getting back points.
Urich did a nice job of breaking that again, Josh, but he did give up some back points there. It's going to make it 5-0, 1:14 to go, first period. Kramer working a bar off the right side. Still working that bar on the right. Jumping over to the right, looking for a half on the left here. Urich broke right down to his stomach here. Kramer looking to pull him back. He reaches over the top. Not able to get it. Standing cradle attempt here, Josh. Looks like he's got it hooked up.
Yeah,
he lost the grip.
Kirby, Williamsburg. Krantz from Assumption Davenport. Kirby of Williamsburg. Now wrestling on mat number 1.
We're down to 20 seconds to go, first period. Kramer's leading 5-0.
He's got the legs in now here. If we can ride out, oh, he's got a deep half too, so.
Looking for some more back points here with 12 seconds to go, first period. Kramer jumps off to the side. He's trying to run a half and does. He's got him turned over here.
And get a couple back points there.
That's going to do it. He's got 3 more back. That's going to make it an 8-0 Kramer advantage through the first period. I thought it was a really solid first period there, Josh.
Yeah, really working different things on the top, not just sticking with one. Got that cradle locked up a couple times.
So after Kramer's match, we're going to be looking for Bieber at 175. And we do jump Christopher Meyer, too, because of him being a top 8 seed. Kramer on a little single leg attempt, no avail, comes right back out, gets in a collar tie here. Little duck under attempt. Kramer into a...
Trying a headlock here.
Ends up giving up a takedown on it, so that's going to make the score 8-3 with 1:35 to go, second period. Ulrich riding top, got the arm on the right side.
He's getting,
he got one swipe there.
Now wrestling on mat number 7 at 150.
Looks like Kramer's got a leg tied up. I can't quite tell from here.
Now wrestling on mat number 3 at 150. Brock Bergmeyer, Union, LaPorte City. Gavin Gerbrock, Dyke, New Hartford.
Down to 1:05 to go, first period. Kramer still on bottom. He's leading 8-3.
Now wrestling on mat number 3 at 150.
Kramer with kind of a roll through.
Now wrestling on mat number 6 at 157.
Spladle from his feet. I mean, there's the funk, and he got a spladle hooked up. Kramer with the fall with 50 seconds to go, second period there.
Yeah, that's one of those things with Kramer. You don't quite know what move he's trying to work for, and then he ends up on top. And
Ulrich just walked off the mat going, what happened? There's no way he knew what was coming there. That was crazy. You know, Kurt House and I talked about it all year. You know, sometimes you don't know. You know, he's a little scary and to watch, but boy, Kramer is always, in every match we've watched all year, done something, and you went, oh my gosh. I mean, you just never take your eyes off him, Josh. He's got a lot of funk, and you never rule him out of a match, I'll guarantee you.
Yep, he's on bottom. A lot of times he rolls around and ends up on top.
Now wrestling on mat number 3 at 157. Colton Palmer of Walk On.
You know, one of the interesting things, you know, I look around and a lot of kids, you know, I look at the Walmack and Williamsburg, I think they qualified 11 kids. You know, Manchester qualifies 10, Independence qualifies 10. You know, you start looking around our conference, Josh, and Kurt and I talked about it with state duels, that there's Benton community, no doubt in my mind, in our conference was probably a top 8 team as well, you know, at state duels if they didn't get in a bracket that they couldn't get out of.
Yeah, the Walmack conference year in, year out is a really tough conference. When you go to the Walmack conference tournament, you're going to have a lot of state qualifiers that are wrestling that day. That just, I think it prepares these younger guys. When you're wrestling 2 or 3 good guys at the same day, when you come down here, you're going to be wrestling that same caliber guy. Just helps them build confidence and to know that it's just another match.
Well, you know, and I don't know what everybody's thoughts are, but for me, when I go to the Walmack tournament and I watch that, if you're a guy that can win the Walmack tournament, you're down here. I mean, usually that's the trend, and you know, from the looks of the first couple rounds here, that seems to be the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
Well, we do have, you know, in the second round, you know, some of the guys. I look at Carver Wheeland. You know, we talked about his seeding. He is going to wrestle the number 2 seeded guy here in the second round. But, you know, once again, the freshman isn't going to back down. He's not just going to give you any points. So I'm curious to see how that matchup goes. I would not want to draw Carver Wheeland if I was drawing a kid that I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, especially coming in as a freshman, number 2 seed might not be looking at him as a threat, so might come in overconfidence. And Carver is a kid that he's got a lot of arsenal, and isn't afraid of anybody. So even if it's a 2 seed, I think Carver's going to give it a match, and whatever happens, happens.
Chayton Stetson, Harlan Community. Siva, Clarion, Goldfield, Dallas.
Well, I
Stephan,
kind of look at the
Harlan.
brackets here.
Now
It looks
wrestling
like
on mat number 1
Bieber's
at
going to be in the
157.
hole on mat 5, Josh. So mat 5 currently, we are still in the first period there. Gudenkoff from West Delaware, Manchester is leading 3-0 on that bout. You know, Mount Vernon's another school. You know, we talked about the Walmack and didn't mention them, but you know, they're a school that you know, got to the state duels, knocked off a really good Assumption team. You know, in my opinion, I really thought they were going to be a state qualifying team, and Mount Vernon knocked them off. So it tells you a lot about what they have for arsenal too.
Yeah, and that's a team that, you know, we've beat, and a lot of it is about matchups and stuff. You know, Davenport beat Independence in a duel, but we beat Mount Vernon in a duel. So it's a lot of it's about matchups and where you can get your best kids to wrestle their best kids, and the Walmack Conference is really tough for getting the best kids against each other. So some of those other teams aren't really ready for them.
So maybe you can help me out with this. Try to remember. Benny Anderson come out and gets a decision win at 113 for the Mustangs.
No, didn't Benny get a pin?
I don't.
Now wrestling on mat
He may
number
have got a pin. That's right. So Zach Holman was the guy that come out and got a decision win there. Carver Wheeland with a, you know, I can't tell you enough how good of a win that 15-1 win is over, you know, Schropp from Williamsburg. Remy Wrestler in Remy fashion comes out with a couple takedowns, a couple little scrambles, settles in with a couple. Tanner Wilson, you know, wrestled a kid that he's wrestled several times. You know, obviously he knows what Tanner's about. But Tanner did a really nice job. Come down to the third period, went and got a takedown. You know, got his 5-point win. So really good win for Tanner. Tyler Whelan did have a bye on the front side. He's a 2 seed at 144. Cam Kramer, you know, just comes out, dominates the first period. Maybe makes one mistake there, but boy, did he make make his opponent pay, where he ends up with a spladle fall at 150. So, you know, we're looking at this. You got 6 wins here from the Mustangs on the front side with 2 guys to go, Josh, and really putting up some great numbers too for the team. Yeah, it's a really good first round here so far. Trying to wait for those team scores to come back around. I would certainly think Independence is flying right towards the top of that with as many points as they've scored here in that first round. Pretty impressive. From the major decisions to, you know, 3 falls, Josh. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Yeah, because the way that works is every fall is worth two extra team points. A technical fall is worth 1.5 points, and so Independence is leading here. I know it's early on, but you know, they're leading with 19 points right away, and Assumption in second with 12.5. So Independence really taking charge and doing what they need to do here in the first round, Josh.
Hurd of Mount Vernon, Esland of Webster City, now wrestling on mat number 2
so
at 165.
Bieber's still in the hole here on 5. That bout is in the second period now with 50 seconds to go. It's all tied up there for Gudenkoff. They're going to go out of bounds here with 8 seconds to go. Second period, Gudenkoff leading 7-6. So kind of getting here, previewing Bieber's match just a little bit. What do you got for wins there, Josh, from Bieber and his opponent?
So Brillan Bieber, sophomore, he's 39-10. Wrestling Jackson Anderson from Mount Vernon, who's a junior, 15-15. And wrestling from kid from Mount Vernon. I mean, obviously we've seen him a few times this year already. So hopefully if Brillan goes out there and wrestles the way that he knows how, it should be the same result.
So we do go into the third period here on mat 5. Gudenkoff is leading 7-6.
Carter McGregor, Algona, Chase Humple, NHTV. McGregor of Algona, Humple, NHTV. Now wrestling on mat number 6 at 165.
But much like we talked, Josh, this first round really goes by in a hurry. Gudenkoff looking to jump over here for a reversal. And he's got it. That's going to put him in the lead. Gudenkoff 9 from West Delaware, Manchester. Kelsick from North Polk 6. So good match here from Gudenkoff from Manchester. I just got to remember to look at the board, Josh, so you can see it really well up there. I'm trying to read the clocks down on the mat side, and sometimes that's a little difficult from where we're at. I will say the seating's good here. We got a great view, which is fantastic.
Yeah, easy to see all 8 mats and see all the action going on.
So we're down to 48 seconds to go here. Third period on that mat 5 match. Gudenkoff still leading 9-6.
Now wrestling on mat number 4 at 157. Owen Clucky, Carroll, Aiden Ortega, center point Urbana.
Boy, just can't say enough, Josh. At a lot of different duels throughout the year. You know, our young guys, and I throw Bieber and Holman and all those guys right into that mix. You know, they've really done a nice job for the young guys.
Yeah, I mean, when you really look at Independence's team overall, you know, we're really kind of young. We lose three good seniors and Remy Wrestler, Tanner Wilson, and Tyler Wheeland, you know, in the varsity lineup here. But other than that, everybody else will be back that's in the lineup.
And you know, we talked too a little bit, you know, the 8th grade class coming in, Josh, a lot of talent, you know, 3-4 guys that are probably going to be impact guys. Kind of coming in right where we're losing a couple seniors, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out.
Clear Lake. Hutchinson of Albia, Bach of Clear Lake. Now wrestling on mat number 1.
So that Gudenkoff does end up winning that match 15-7. Added another takedown there at the end.
Now wrestling on mat number 5 at
so that's going to put Bieber in the on deck now on mat 5.
Mike and Wheeler, Anamosa. Town, BCLU, WSH.
Look
Wheeler of Anamosa.
Cooper Hurd from Mount Vernon leading 6-0 here in the second period. Cooper Hurd, a kid that Christopher Meyer has wrestled several times this year and had success against. So, you know, it's nice to see Cooper Hurd from the Walmack getting out in front there. You know, once again, you know, we talk about it, it's hard to believe the 100th annual Boys State Wrestling Tournament, Josh, 100 years of it. I feel like I've been coming down for 15 or 20 of those and enjoy it every year. You talk about some of the best wrestling you'll see all year right here.
Yeah, with the change in the brackets and bringing 24 and it getting seeded out, you know, it takes away some of those big upset matches in the first round. But I think we get the best wrestling as the day goes on, or as the weekend goes on here, instead of some of your good guys getting knocked out that first day.
Sure. So Bieber is on deck on 5. We check out mat 5. Wheeler from Anamosa's leading 3-0 over Town from BCLUW.
Winner set, Bennett Dutzman, Esterville, Lincoln Central.
That match has got 24 seconds to go first period, so pretty early on in that matchup.
Wrestling on mat number 6 at 165.
Well, Josh, we're just, you know, in my opinion, a match or two maybe upset on the second round here to making things really interesting for the first day for Independence.
Yeah, I mean, coming back, I mean, yeah, some of the kids have, you know, obviously a better seeded guy they're wrestling now, but building confidence on the first win and getting that first win under your belt already, like, just take that confidence right into your second match.
Yeah, for sure. It's, you know, I think that's big for the kids to get a win down here. You know, even building moving forward, you know, a lot of those kids we've talked about, young guys, and already picking up wins at the state tournament. So really big. Well, Cooper Hurd on mat 2 now, you know, from Mount Vernon now leading 14-0 at the end of that match. So that's a good win for Cooper Hurd down there on mat 2.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you look up at the board almost every time. I mean, you see somebody from the Walmart Conference on the board.
Yeah.
Normally 2 or 3 guys.
For sure. Well, on mat 5, Wheeler takes a 4-0 advantage. 1:20 to go, second period here.
Now wrestling on mat number 2 at 165, Uriah Etzel, Monticello, Blake Johnson, Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont. Etzel, Monticello, Johnson, Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont. Now wrestling on mat number 2 at 165.
Gotta tell you, Josh is kind of a trooper today. Asked him to do this kind of last minute, and right after I asked him to do it, he comes down with this cold that everybody's got. So Josh's voice is kind of breaking up on him, trying to talk as little as he can here to keep his voice going for 3 more days here potentially. So we thank him for doing this and sitting in so we can give you some coverage here today.
Bogey, Nevada, now wrestling on mat number 7 at 175.
Yeah, it wasn't but an hour after you called and told you yes, I'd do it, that my voice started leaving. And yesterday I couldn't talk at all.
Well, down on mat 5, Wheeler's leading 4-0 still there over Town from BCL UW. They're going to go out of bounds with 14 seconds to go here, second period. That's going to do it for the second period. So Wheeler's going to take a 4-0 advantage into the third period here. Looks like it's going to be Town's choice. He's going to choose the down position.
Now wrestling on mat number 4 at 175, Colt Roos of Sheldon, South O'Brien, Hayden Antonelli, Anamosa. Roos, Sheldon, South O'Brien, Antonelli, Anamosa.
We really talked about this in the first round, Josh, but this second round, just adding Tyler and Christopher to the mix, there's going to be some stretches in there where it's going to be super busy.
Yeah, because I mean, there's still 8 matches for each weight class, but you got 8 mats, so there's probably going to be times that we've got 2, maybe 3 kids up at once.
So on mat 5 here, they go potentially dangerous, I believe, with 1:26 to go, third period. Wheeler still with a 4-0 advantage there. He is in the top position. He's got Town broke right down to his stomach here. Town up to his base here, looking to get up and out, but Wheeler really doing a nice job of grabbing the ankle and trapping the arm there. It's down to 50 seconds to go here, third period.
175, Landon Halverson, Humboldt, Max Dalton, Woodward Granger. Halverson of Humboldt, Dalton of Woodward Granger. Now wrestling on mat number 2 at 175.
Get a restart back here in the middle. Wheeler's still on top here. Bieber will follow this match on mat 5. He is on deck.
Wrestling on mat number 3 at 175, Brock Boyna, Crestwood, Cresco. Brody Bendorf, Harlan Community. Boyna of Crestwood, Cresco. Bendorf of Harlan Community, now wrestling on mat number 3 at 175.
Down to 20 seconds to go here, third period. Wheeler still with a 4-0 advantage. So once again, Bieber from Independence, 39 and 10 sophomore. Be taking on Jackson Anderson, a junior from Mount Vernon, a 15 and 15 junior. That match coming your way here in about 5 seconds on mat 5. Wheeler from Anamosa does get the win. He ends up giving up 2 points there. It ended up being a 4-2 match, but nonetheless, he does get the win. You know, I watch, you know, just watching Brillan Bieber come to the match. He's not running around the arena, you know, coming to the match with some patience, you know, walking with Coach Doyle. It looks like he's composed and ready to go here.
Yeah, and you know, he was down here last year, won matches down here last year, one match away from placing. So comfortable with the situation that he's in.
Yeah, you talked about Nicholas Holt. He's in his corner here along with Coach Doyle. We are underway here at 175 with Brillan Bieber from Independence.
On the main concourse are going to be closing soon. If you're planning to order a t-shirt or a sweatshirt or something like that, you may want to stop by those shops.
Both wrestlers kind of working from space here so far. Now they're going to tie up here a little bit. Bieber with a nice little single shot. Not able to finish on that. Comes back out. Looks for a little carry. Nothing there. Has the elbow trap there on the left side.
Wrestling close to the out of bounds here. One toe in yet.
That's going to do it. They're going to go out of bounds here. 1:19 to go, first period. No score. Brillan in with a heavy collar with the right arm and big snap there. Works a 2-on-1 off the left side here.
Gabe Vizalden of North Polk. Snyder of Centerville. Vizalden of North Polk now wrestling on mat number 4 at 190.
Bieber kind of runs him out of bounds there, Josh. I don't know if really much a shot attempt, just kind of more pushing forward.
Will roll directly into the round of 16.
Yeah, there's kind of a lot of hand fighting going on right now.
Into the round of 16.
Out in open space. And
be warming up.
Bieber with a nice head fake there. Really looked like Anderson kind of caught off guard there a little bit. Anderson with a shot of his own. Bieber able to get his leg back.
Waller, Cock, APGC, now wrestling on mat number 6 at 190.
Down to 15 seconds to go here, first period. No score. Bieber from Independence, Anderson from Mount Vernon. Anderson with another shot attempt. Bieber tried to go behind. Neither wrestler could get position. They end up going out of bounds here. We're going to get a restart with 4 seconds to go, first period. That's going to do it for the first period. It looks like Bieber gets choice. I like this. He's going to go down right away. He's not going to defer. He's going to go down and try to put some points on the board, Josh.
Yeah, and you got 2 reasons for that. I mean, score 0-0. First one, if it goes into overtimes, first one to score is going to end up getting choice eventually. So you always want to try to be the first one to score in the match.
And Bieber does score right to his feet. Good hand control, out with the escape here. And it's some nice offense on the edge of the mat. He's just going to he needs to pull that trigger out in the middle, Josh.
Yeah, maybe that first score in the escape there, maybe will give Bielan his confidence that he needs and to go out and get after this first takedown in the match.
So both wrestlers back into heavy collars here near center. Got 1:30 to go here, second period. Bieber leading 1-0. Bieber with another shot attempt on the edge of the mat here. Bieber trying to work back in. Bieber really didn't circle back in. He just kept trying to keep his butt to the outside, and he got hit with a stall there.
Yeah, I'm a little lenient on that call because Anderson wasn't letting him circle back in. He was just kind of making him stay on the outbound circle. So it could have went either way. It went against Bieber this time, but if Bieber stays offensive here, maybe he can get one on Anderson.
Bieber with a little pass by attempt, nothing going there. Bieber in front headlock situation, nice snap down. Looking to drop down on the leg here. There, he got the stall too. Anderson just got a stall too. Kind of in that same position where Anderson won't let him back on the mat. So we are going to go neutral here with 35 seconds to go, second period. Bieber is leading 1-0 still.
That is the one thing. I mean, these kids have wrestled a couple times this year. Every time you wrestle somebody, it's a little bit harder. You get a little more. They get a little more used to what you like to do. So.
Bieber with another shot attempt there. Nothing shaken. Had to come back out from underneath. Finds himself in a front headlock situation with 10 seconds to go. Nice little carry attempt there. 5 seconds to go. He's looking to finish this carry. He's got the 3-point takedown.
Should be getting near fall there. Oh,
he did get the 3-point takedown,
but no near fall.
Boy, that was looked like 2 seconds maybe left, maybe one on the clock there, Josh. Looks like we got blood time potentially.
Yeah, looks like Bieber's got some blood on his lip or something here.
So Bieber going to take a 4-0 advantage into the third period. It will be Anderson's choice as we come back from blood time here to start the third.
Anderson is going to choose down.
So here we go. Blood time's cut. Both wrestlers come back to the center. Anderson takes the down position. Bieber leading 4-0. Start of the third period here. 2 minutes to go. Bieber does a really nice job of chopping on the right side there, breaking him down.
Tries to get that wrist locked up for a cheap tilt, but Anderson did a good job of basing back out.
Anderson up to a quad pod here, looking to get up, getting hand control, and he does. Anderson has the escape. Bieber's going to be leading 4-1 now. Both wrestlers to their feet. They go out of bounds. 1:33 to go, third period. Bieber really needs to get a takedown and seal this here, Josh.
Yeah, if he gets back to that carry, outside single or carry, seems like that's been there. Bieber does have to be careful not to back straight out of bounds. You get another stall call, but
now wrestling on mat number 6 at 190.
Both wrestlers go out of bounds, hit the clock. Bieber seemed to be a little sluggish there on the edge. Not quite sure what was going on. Nevertheless, he comes back to the center right away. He's in on a single leg here. He reaches in, 2 hands to it. He's got Anderson on his butt here.
Got to be able to pop his head out and get his left arm across the body.
Here's the 3 points on the edge. Anderson kind of scooted back on his butt and gave him both his legs, and Bieber was able to couple both legs.
Yep, so Bieber goes up 7-1 with 59 seconds left. We're going to go back into blood time for Bieber.
East Marshall, GMG, now wrestling on mat 3 at 190.
You know, Ben, you know, not a fast-paced match, but nonetheless, Bieber coming out, really getting done what he needs to get done here. You know, scoring points, being smart about it, not forcing anything.
Yeah, real controlled match. Knowing that he's, wins this match, he's got to wrestle again. Maybe conserving some energy for that match.
Independence looking for their 7th win on this first round here with Bieber. Bieber leading 7-1 here with 59 seconds to go, 3rd period.
And we're back to action here. Anderson was down on his belly now. Bieber's got him flattened out.
Looking for the bar on the right side there, Josh. Looking for wrist control on the left. Ooh, Bieber kind of lost that a little bit. Does a nice job of recovering and covering the hips. He's still in control on top. Anderson to his feet.
Well, it's a really nice mat return there.
Mount Vernon, Caleb Pendergast, Sergeant Bluff Luton.
And bounds. They get out of bounds. We're going to restart with 29 seconds to go, 3rd period. Bieber still leading 7-1.
Benton Community, Jesse Brower, APGC. Kupka.
Bieber does a nice job of trapping the right arm there, Josh, and getting wrist.
Number 7 at 2:15. Now up on mat number 2.
Kind of going into a head lever on that.
Donovan Hedrington of Atlantic, Logan Gardner of Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont. Hedrington of Atlantic, Gardner, Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont.
About five seconds left here in the match. Bieber does let him up. He'll score 7-2, and that is how we'll finish it. Bieber on top, 7-2.
Well, Independence once again does a really nice job of getting another win on the front side here, Josh.
Yep, can't ask for a better start. 7-0.
7-0 with 1 match to go here. We do have Gable Eddy coming up at 285. I don't see where he's been called yet. So we'll have to kind of keep watching the board here, Josh, to see where he's up. Once again,
no, we do got Gable Eddy on deck on mat number 7.
Good enough, good enough. So let's check out mat 7 here. That's in the 1st period with 50 seconds to go here, 1st period. Kupka from Benton Community winning that match 3-0.
Cody Elliott, Webster City. Waka of Ballard, Elliott of Webster City. Now wrestling on mat number 4 at 2:15.
Down to 25 seconds to go there. Kupka with a 5-0 lead. He's looking for some more back points there with 15 seconds to go. Looks like he's going to give up a 1-point escape. Kupka's going to be leading 5-1 there. That's going to do it for the 1st period. I would have to say, by looking at it, Josh, that all the matches for 285 have probably been assigned here. They're all on deck, it looks like, or in the hole. So I see some 106 for the 2nd round already showing up on the bout sheet. So, getting really close to finishing up this 1st round here in 2A.
Be warming up.
Yes, that means there won't be much break in the action for us, because Benny Anderson will come right back in at 113 and wrestle again.
Yeah, he certainly will. Looking up there, on mat 8, we got Kern from Mount Vernon with a 5-0 lead, which, another Walmart guy. You say we do have Kupka down there on mat 7 from Benton Community. He's leading 5-1 with 1:34 to go, 2nd period. Gable Eddy will be up next on mat 7 here. So what's Gable Eddy's matchup look like here, Josh?
So we got Gable Eddy, a sophomore, 24 and 27 against Maxwell Azaline from Davenport Assumption, a junior, 22
Now
and
wrestling on mat
9.
number 3 at 215. Will Wilmus.
But one thing with Gable Eddy, he's never gonna give up. He's gonna give you 6 minutes tough.
Sioux Center. Now
Yeah, it's you know,
3 at 215.
a lot of heart. You know, and you watch that every match he's in, Josh. It's not just once in a while. He gives you that all the time. So Matt 5 here. Is that where we got Eddie coming up?
Matt 7.
Oh yeah, so Matt 7. Matt 7, we've got 33 seconds to go here, second period. Kupka's up 5-1 down there. They go out of bounds. Looks like we're going to get a restart here in the middle. Both wrestlers on their feet. Curran from Mount Vernon extends his lead over on Matt 8 from Mount Vernon there, 7-0.
Now wrestling on mat number 6 at 285, Owen Petland, West Delaware, Manchester. Jesus Baez, Eagle Grove. Petland, West Delaware. Baez, Eagle Grove. Now wrestling on mat number 6 at 285.
Petland from Manchester down there on mat 6. Josh, you know, a familiar guy. We've watched him wrestle 3-4 times this year against Independence. You know, with Independence in the same place anyway.
We're starting the third period over there on mat number 7. So a couple more minutes. Gable Eddy will be up.
Moving back over to mat 8. Curran from Mount Vernon takes a 9-0 lead here with 1:55 to go, third period. Boy, Josh, I've watched him a lot this year. He is a big 190-pounder. Man, that kid is really put together from Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
So mat 7, we're down to 1:15 to go here, third period. Kupka's leading 6-1.
Looking at the team scores, Independence is still in the lead with 21 points, and Anamosa with 16.
Kupka's gotten reversed to his back here, Josh. That's a 6-3 match, but he's gave up 4 back points. He's going to be down in that match 7-6 with 54 seconds to go. And then he gets the 1-point escape, is going to tie it up 7-7 with 45 seconds to go in that match. Really good match shaping up down there on mat 7. Kupka, you know, has a shot there. Not really any chance to finish it. They get a stalemate call with 28 seconds to go here. Still tied up 7-7. Cooper Ward trying to work an underhook off the left side.
Now wrestling on mat number 4 at 285, Alexander Kesner, Woodward Granger, Caden Clark,
Bauer
BCM
kind
Monroe.
of a 2-on-1,
Kesner,
gets out of that, gets
Woodward
back into a
Granger,
heavy
Clark,
collar tie here with
BCM
10
Monroe.
seconds to
Now
go.
wrestling on mat number
Third
4
period.
at 285.
It looks like this match is probably going to go into overtime, Josh.
Yeah, we'll go 1 minute. 1 minute on your feet.
Sure, Gable Eddy back there in the
Now wrestling
tunnels
on
not
mat
wanting
number
to
2
see
at
that.
215,
Sure, he's
Ethan
ready to go
Erickson,
back there.
Bishop Wheeland Catholic.
Kind of get
Trevor
yourself
Bailey,
all
Iowa
congested in the
Falls,
crowd
Albany.
there, ready to come out.
Bishop Wheeland,
It's
Bailey, Iowa
it's a
Falls,
little
Albany.
tough
Now
to move
wrestling on
around
mat
and
2
stay
at
loose.
215.
Cooper kind of got a body lock hook here. 35 seconds to go. He's kind of charging forward, trying to jack it up here a little bit.
Now wrestling on mat number 8.
Both wrestlers go out of bounds here with 29 seconds to go in overtime.
Williamsburg. Henderson of Macokota, Greer of Williamsburg, now wrestling on mat number 8 at 2:15.
Looking back over here at mat 6, Pelton from West Delaware still tied up 0-0 into the second period now with 1:25 to go, second period. Mat 7 with Kupka and Brower. It's 10 seconds to go in overtime. Both wrestlers back to the middle. We're going to get a restart here. Looks like we're going to be moving on to the second overtime there, Josh.
Yep, second overtime on mat 7, so here we'll have 2 30-second. 2 30-second goes.
Williams of Iowa Falls, Alden, Sorensen of Atlantic, now wrestling on mat number 1 at 285. Now wrestling on mat number 4.
Bauer gets the reversal to his back.
Williamson, Van Meter, Ryan Rose, Keokuk. Williamson, Van Meter, Rose of Keokuk, now wrestling on mat number 4 at 106.
With the new scoring, Josh, that's a 6-point move there for Brower. You know, probably all but ending that match pretty much.
Yep, and he got the fall.
He did get the fall in overtime there.
Mat number 5 at 2:15.
So Gable Eddy will be up here.
You know, kind of looking at that's a 17-16 match up there.
Yeah, and Kupka was up 7-1 and started the third period there.
So Gable Eddy reports here to mat 7.
Now wrestling on mat number 8 at 285.
Still a little action around the match there from that fall in overtime. Coaching staffs and athletes pretty excited down there. Eddy will put on the green ankle band here.
Now wrestling on mat number 7 at 285. Maxwell Azaline, Assumption Davenport. Gable Eddy, Independence. Azaline, Assumption Davenport, Eddy of Independence, now wrestling on mat number 7.
We will have Benny Anderson is in the hole on mat number 5.
As a line here, working heavy collar. Gable really we're working to try to get wrist control on the right side. You know, Eddy and they're really doing a nice job of hand fighting. We got 1:25 to go first period. No score down there. As a line from Assumption Davenport, Eddy from Independence.
Now wrestling mat number 1.
Both wrestlers really forehead to forehead, really working ties hard here, Josh, trying to get position. Boy, Eddy, this is another really strong point for Gable. He does a nice job of hand fighting in there and getting good position with his hands.
Yeah, he really likes to go for his underhooks, and he does a good job of fighting inside and trying to get those, no matter how big the guy is he's wrestling.
You know, looking at seeding, you know, Azaline, you know, a 9 seed, Eddy a 24 seed. So, you know, on paper, which, you know, I would never rule anything out on paper, especially at this weight class. But, you know, Eddy, it'd be nice to see him take him into deep water here in the third period and see what we can do.
Yeah.
And with that being said, you know, we're down to 15 seconds to go here first period. Eddy really just as much offensive in this first period as anybody here.
Yeah, Eddy had a real nice shuck by there, just wasn't able to get behind him.
Eddy really working the inside ties, doing a good job in the tie-up. That's going to do it for the first period here. Azaline's going to win the toss. He's going to choose the down position here to start the second period. Gable looks like he's going to give an optional start here.
Now wrestling mat number 6, 285
I think that's a wise decision. Just get back to your feet.
Alex Hudson Fairfield. Davies Williamsburg.
Eddie really seemed to control the pace there in that first period with the hand fighting. Gable gives up a leg here. Azaleen in on a single with a trip. He's going to have a 3-point takedown on Eddie. Azaleen's going to take a 4-0 advantage with 1:28 to go, second period.
So I did make a mistake. We've got two Andersons at 113. Benny Anderson's going to be wrestling on mat number 1 on deck, not mat number 5.
That's his cousin. His dad was telling me him and his cousin are in the same bracket. So kind of interesting. So we go back to the middle. Eddie in the down position here, trailing 4-0. 1:14 to go, second period. Azaleen does have Eddie kind of rolled over on his side. Eddie comes out between the legs, hooking up an ankle here. Bit of a scramble situation. Azaleen back in control here. He's got Eddie rolled over. No back points there.
Eddie doing a good job of fighting back to his belly. Azaleen really trying to turn the legs with the Turk.
Wyatt Polensky, Assumption Davenport. Cohen Dietzenbach, Burlington, Notre Dame. Polensky, Assumption Davenport.
Eddie is going to give up some back points here.
Now wrestling mat number 6 at 106.
He's got 20 seconds to go here, first period. Eddie trying to roll through. He's gave up 4 back, but really trying to make sure he's not giving up the fall here. It's really hard to see from where we're at. Eddie doing a good job of getting off his back there. Did give up the 4 near fall. That's going to be Azaleen's going to lead 8-0 here as we enter into the third period. Once again, I think he goes neutral. You know, you never know, especially with 3-point takedown and 4 back point.
We're 1 takedown to his back.
Pretty much getting this really back into a good match. Both wrestlers kind of forehead to forehead here. 1:42 to go, third period. Really working for hand control here. Eddie with some nice inside ties. Pummeling really nice here to stay in good position.
Jalisco, Hidalgo, Perry, Lane Klepke, North Fayette Valley. Hidalgo, Perry, Klepke, North Fayette Valley. Now wrestling
down to 1:04 to go here, third period. Eddie's trailing 8-0 here at the 285-pound weight class.
Jackson McGonigal, Center Point, Urbana.
I like, Eddie really trying to get into underhooks. He's really trying to get into a position where he can score some points here.
Eddie tried for a headlock there. Was unable to get it, but stayed up on his feet.
West Delaware, Manchester. Charlie Bowman, North Polk.
Down to 20 seconds to go here, third period.
Bowman, North Polk, now wrestling mat number 2, 106.
Eddie with another headlock attempt, kind of just slipped off there, Josh. 10 seconds to go. Looks like Eddie's going to probably fall 8-0 here in the first opening round. You know, I know we had a couple buys here, Josh, with some guys that are top 8 seeds, but you got 9 guys into the second round.
Yeah, that's
really good, really good. So we look across the board here. Let's see. what we got. I don't see Anderson. Oh, Benny Anderson right there. He's going to be on mat 1.
Yep. There's 54 seconds to go in the
third period there, yeah. So Benny coming right up here on mat 1.
Aiden Gentleman, Wahlert Dubuque, Will Clausen, Benton Community.
Benny Anderson's 37 and 12, a freshman wrestling another freshman who's from Rowan Burnt from Burlington, Notre Dame, who's 46 and 6. So you got freshman versus freshman.
Hey, you know what? I like our chances here. As we get going, that's going to do it on mat 1. So we're going to have Benny Anderson come to the mat here in the second round on the winner's side.
Mitchell Williams, Cresco, Crestwood.
And you know, this is a once again 8 versus 9 seeding matchup. Really anybody's match. I really like to see Benny go out and give it his best. I think we got a good shot here.
Benjamin Anderson, Independence. Rowan Burnt, Burlington, Notre Dame. Anderson, Independence. Burnt, Burlington, Notre Dame.
Looking around, I know Holman's going to be up on 6. He's in the hole on 6 there. So we'll have to kind of watch for that match as we go here. Well, both wrestlers were reported here on mat 1. They're coming to the middle, shaking hands. We're going to get going here at 113 pounds.
Eli Ollinger, Vinton Shellsburg, Cale McCabe, Fairfield. Ollinger, Vinton Shellsburg, McCabe, Fairfield, now wrestling mat number 6 at 113.
Both wrestlers really working from space here. Couple tie-ups, but it seems like Burnt from Burlington, Notre Dame, really not wanting to be in that tie-up position. He's wanting to work from space, it looks like, Josh.
Yeah.
Benny and working collar ties, really heavy hands there. Benny with a nice snap down from my front headlock. He's going around trying to look for an ankle here. Still in the same position here. Benny's got the front headlock, spinning, looking for the ankle. Gonna have the 3-point take. Oh,
Burnt do a good job of setting his hip down.
Oh, and then he hits a carry and's got Benny on his back here. He's gonna have the 3-point takedown for near fall. He's gonna take a 7-0 lead here. What looked like Benny Anderson was gonna have a takedown. He gets carried the other way and gives up 7 points, Josh. Boy, that new scoring, and we talk about it in our favor, but that one right there didn't go in our favor.
No, now Burnt's got the arm up on the back and Benny's on his belly. Got to work back up to your base here.
Burnt's got the leg trapped around. He's controlling the ankle there too. Kind of looks like maybe he's going to try to go through there and look for like the farmer or something, Josh. I'm not sure what he's got.
Yeah, 12 seconds left here in the first period.
Looks like that's going to do it for the first period. Benny's going to be trailing 7-0, but I hate to say it, Benny wrestled a pretty good period there. I mean, that was you know, got himself caught in a carry. And Burnt really took him right to his back off the carry and held him there, got his 4-point near fall. That's been the storyline of the match here. Really nothing else.
Now wrestling mat number 6, 120 pounds.
Let's start the second period here. Benny Anderson's going to juice top.
Central DeWitt, Oman Independence, Edwards, Central DeWitt, now wrestling mat number 6.
Benny's in that same position again down there on
now
1.
Wrestling mat number 3 at 106.
He's in the front headlock, looking for an ankle, looking to score here.
Jacobs, Greene County.
Going to shuck by, nothing there. Both wrestlers back to their feet.
Jacobs, Greene County, now wrestling mat number 3, 106.
Burnt was in a down position. He did get 1-point escape there. Right back into the carry again and hits it again for another 3 on Benny. Holman has reported here to mat 6, so Benny gives up 4 more near fall. That's going to do it.
That's going to do it.
15-0 technical fall down there on mat 1. So, well, we move to mat 6. Holman. Trying to see who he's got. Edfers here from Central DeWitt. Looks like we've got it. You know, Holman's a 24 seed against Edfers is an 8.
Now wrestling mat number 5 at
Holman trying to work his 2-on-1. Works into an underhook off the left side here.
Anderson, Sheridan, Johnson, Central DeWitt. Now wrestling mat number 5, 113.
Boy, Holman just kind of long and lanky and really doesn't, doesn't give up a whole lot. Does give up a single leg there.
Now wrestling mat number 1, 113.
Edford's in on the takedown. He's leading 3-0. He's got the head and the side, maybe looking for cradle. Holman doing a nice job of controlling hands there. Edford's leading 3-0 with 1 minute to go, first period. Holman's worked up to his base. He's gotten rolled over and kind of got rolled over in a Lord type position, Josh, and just got falled. That was a really quick call down there.
That was a really quick pin.
That was a really quick pin on mat 6. I'll be honest with you, I didn't really see where he was in that much danger, and all of a sudden he gets rolled to his back and falled.
Now we're wrestling mat number 3.
So we take a look here.
Caleb Hoffman, Kemper Catholic.
Probably
Mitchell
looking
Schmoss,
for Carver
Cresco,
Wheeland. I
Crestwood.
don't see where he's been called
Hoffman,
just
Kemper
yet.
Catholic, Schmoss, Crestwood, Cresco. Now wrestling mat number 3, 120 pounds.
So this round does not start out the way we'd anticipated. Maybe, going, realistically, Benny Anderson. So terrible match. There's in on a couple shots, looking to finish. Got countered with a couple carries, which turned into 14 points in 2 carries, and then one escape gave him the 15-0 technical fall over Benny. So, well, we'll move on to 126 pounds here. I don't see where Holman's been called just yet, so we're going to take just a quick second here and get a water break, and we'll be right back with you in about 3 to 4 minutes. Well, welcome back to the 100th annual Iowa Boys High School State Wrestling Tournament. I'm Danny Johnson alongside Josh Weber. Josh was kind of a last minute here, and Josh has done a wonderful job, so we appreciate him stepping in for Kurt, which had some work-related issues that he had to tend to. So anyway, waiting. We got two guys in the hole here. We got Carver Wheeland at 126 coming up. He had just a huge first round win. Josh, wrestling a kid that he's wrestled 3 times, ends up going out and winning 15-1 over a really solid Schropp kid from Williamsburg.
Yeah, just kind of felt out the first period. First period ended 0-0, then we got on top and turned him a couple times in the second period and really just built our confidence that way.
And we do have Remy Wrestler in the hole down here on mat 8. Remy does what Remy does. I mean, he comes out in that first round, a couple takedowns, a couple scrambles, finds a cradle twice and gets the fall. I mean, it's the same story we've seen all year. He's a senior that hasn't had a lot of opportunities because of a lot of great kids in front of him, and comes out his senior year and just does exactly what you thought he was going to do. I mean, he's been really solid all year.
Yeah.
So, looking at mat 6, that's where Wheeland's going to be at. That's in the 3rd period right now. So, he's about a match and a period away. We're looking over at Remy on mat 8. What do we got there? It's about the same situation. So, we got about a match to go here before both of them get on. If you're just joining us, we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Michael Doyle, head coach of the Mustangs, going into the Hall of Fame Saturday night, getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. It'd be a really, really nice ceremony for him and his family, Josh, and really for all independents to be proud of. I mean, Coach Doyle's done a really nice job. Couldn't be a better award for anybody, in my opinion. What are your thoughts, Josh?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great honor for him. Been at one school his whole career. I'm not sure what year he started the head coach, but he's been there for more than 25 years, and just a really good accomplishment for him to be able to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Well, we'd also like to throw a shout out, if you got Coach Doyle's number, maybe send him a congratulations on the Hall of Fame and send him a happy birthday. We kind of slipped that into the broadcast to let everybody know that it is Coach Doyle's birthday today. So happy birthday to Coach Doyle. We looked at, even this year, he gets to 501 dual wins. They get 5th in state as a dual team, Josh. A really good year. But looking at the lower levels, it starts lower for us. A lot of the same guys that help in the varsity room are down, helping in the 3rd and 4th grade. And another honor for this year is Gary Anderson, middle school coach of the year. What a great honor for him.
Yeah, it just speaks to the way the program works. I mean, our coaching staff has really kind of been the same year in and year out. It's not changing every year. We normally add people, and yeah, we lose a few, but the main core of them have been the same for quite a while.
I kind of, for me, I go back and I quote Coach Doyle a little bit. I don't know exactly what he said, but I watched his interview where he got his 500th dual win and went into the top 10 all time in Iowa high school coaching, as that being a record. And he talked about, guys like Matt McMillan and Holt coming back, coaching and what kind of an impact that the coaching staff has on the kids that come through. And maybe, at the time when it's happening, you don't realize, how big of an impact you really had. But, as he says, these kids come back through and he, he's starting to see the full circle of what his coaching staff and himself has done to a lot of young people.
Yeah, and that's the reason you coach. You don't coach for the money. You coach high school for these kids and to build those relationships and to impact them in their adult life.
Yeah, you bet. So, congratulations again to Coach Doyle. We're really proud of him as a community and lucky to have him. So, once again, big shout out to Coach Doyle. You know, we also need to probably, you know, throw Matt Shannon into the mix here with, you know, Shannon Wrestling Productions. He obviously runs the state tournament here for Iowa, but he also helps us all year with the broadcast and gets us all set up and creates links for us to be on YouTube. So, you know, we'd like to give them a shout out. You know, Gary Anderson helping with that as well. So a big shout out to those guys. You know, we've got just a minute here before the guys come up. You know, maybe we should recap, Josh, on how the bracket, you know, how the day one bracket works out.
So day one bracket, it's a 32-man bracket, but we only have 24 wrestlers in it. So the way they do it is the top 8 guys, top 8 seeded guys get a bye on the first round, and then the number 9 through 24 get matched up and they wrestle. The winners of those matches will wrestle one of the guys that receive the bye that first round, and then the guys that lose, they receive a bye on the backside. So that's why everybody gets to make it till tomorrow.
You know, I think it's a good, you know, a lot of times in this tournament in the years past when it was only 16 guys, a lot of guys get knocked out. You know, a coach really doesn't have time to regroup. He doesn't have time to talk to his athlete a whole lot. You know, it's a lot to try to get a kid calm down. You know, especially if you were, you know, favored to win and come out and lost a match maybe you shouldn't have. It's hard to get that kid calmed down in a couple hours or, you know, an hour and a half, where you got to put him back on a mat again. He's, you know, trying to survive for his life in this tournament. So I really think the day gap is big. I think you get a chance to work with your athlete and get them back on a level where they got a good head on their shoulders and ready for their second match. Well, we take a look here. Carver Wheeland is on deck now on mat 6. We are just moving into the second period there, so we're about 2 periods away from Wheeland being up on mat 6. Remy Wrestler now on deck on mat 8. Mat 8 is just underway here, about halfway through the first period.
Gabrielle Snare, Assumption Davenport, Lutzen Petzenbaum, Clarion Goatfield Niles, Snare,
so we are, you know, up into the second round here, Josh, up to getting into the 126, you know, area of the tournament, where Independence really, you know, they've got a run of guys here from, you know, 126 now all the way up through, you know, 165. We do skip 157, but really we got a lot of guys on the mat here in the next half hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Gavin Knutson Decora, Adrian Petzenbaum,
Yeah, actually in the net, even 75.
Yeah.
So it's
just keeps on going. Really, you know, every match is important. You know, you start looking at team scores and things like that, Josh. You know, we could do some really great things here in the next 5-6 matches and put ourselves probably in the driver's seat after day one.
Yeah.
And I think we got a lot of chances to win here over the next 4 or 5 matches. Number 3 at 126 pounds.
So it looks like down on mat 8, where Remy Wrestler's on deck. We're in a blood time there. Carver Wheeland on mat 6. We are into the second period there with 47 seconds to go, second period. So about a period away yet from getting Carver on deck here. You know, once again, the Mustangs, you know, we've talked about it, but I think it's super important to bring it back up. The Mustangs qualify 10 guys, Josh. I mean, that's an accomplishment. Obviously, it's a school record. That doesn't happen every day, and 10 guys down here is a lot of kids wrestling.
And then to come have the 9 guys get through the first round with our 2 byes, and I mean, so they didn't just get 9 slouches down here. We got 10 good guys down here. So
yeah, really great accomplishment for Independence here, and really be nice to finish day one off here and get you know, maybe 5 guys here still on the front side. So looking up across the board here, you know, I look up Jones from LaPorte City Union right down the road from us. You know, still a lot of guys that right around our area. So mat 6, Jones from LaPorte City Union leading 11-2 there. Carver will be up next here. There's 1:38 to go, third period. Looks like Jones picking up some more back points there.
Now wrestling mat number 2 at 132 pounds. Lane Travis Preston.
Now 16-2 on mat 6.
Blakesburg, Fremont. Travis Preston. Johnson, Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont.
Wilson now on deck here on mat 1. So we're really going to have to, it looks like we're going to have 3 guys at the same time here, Josh. Looks like mat 6, Jones from LaPorte City Union looking for a fall here with 1 minute to go. He's at the very least going to have the technical fall. That's going to do it. Technical fall on mat 6. That's going to bring up Carver Wheeland from Independence here. Remy's still about a period away from taking the mat on mat 8.
132 pounds. Jace Hedeman, Union LaPorte City. Dolan Tyson, Central DeWitt. Hedeman, Union LaPorte City. Tyson, Central DeWitt. Now wrestling mat number 7 at 132. Now wrestling on mat number 6 at 126.
So we got Coach Locker and Coach Eschen down there in the corner, Josh. Carver has checked in here. He's going to be wearing the red ankle bracelet. So he's got Davis from Burlington, Notre Dame. This is a 2 versus 19. Davis in on a single right away here. Finishes a takedown on Wheeland. Davis taking a 3-0 lead. He goes right into a deep crossface on Wheeland, looking for cradle. Wheeland smartly stretching that out.
132 pounds. Carter Saithamo, NHTV. Bryce Hansen, Okoboji, HMS. Saithamo.
Davis maybe looks like he's going to switch off to a butcher here, Josh.
Hansen, Okoboji, HMS. Now wrestling mat number 1 at 132.
Trying to go back and forth. Getting Carver loosened up a little bit.
Carver doing a nice job from bottom here. Looks like he really likes the cradle, Josh, and Carver's not giving that up right away here. Really got a deep crossface in there. He's up on the forearm. He releases that. Hooks an ankle here on the left side. Carver coming up to a quad pod position. Really didn't waste any time getting out. Both wrestlers going to go out of bounds here. We're going to get a restart with 53 seconds to go first period. Davis leading Wheeland 3-0
Now
here.
wrestling mat number 5 at 132. Now wrestling on mat number 7 at 138 pounds. Landon Davis, Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont.
Carver really staying in a good base, working a lot of motion from bottom, and he's got his escape. It's 3-1 here. Davis in on another shot right away. Carver kind of walked right into it. And Davis got another 3-point takedown. Kind of switched off to a double there. Josh doing a nice job of finishing. Not much Wheeland could do there.
Yeah, got him lifted up in the air and
kind of working the out of bounds line here. Davis has got a leg hooked. Carver not really giving much up from bottom. Carver with a little sit out attempt here. Looking for hand control up to a quad pod here. Got called out of bounds. That was pretty close. I'm going to get a restart here with 3 seconds to go first period. Carver Wheeland trailing 6-1 here. Carver really scrambling off the whistle. Boy, he's looking for a point, and he's not going to get it. But, you know, not a terrible first period. Done a nice job of not giving something up from the top position. Got worked over pretty well by Davis there in that first period.
he's going to get choice, and he's going to take top in the second period here.
Really wise decision, I think. Josh, you have nothing to lose here, everything to gain from the top position. Carver really showed in that first match his riding ability. Boy, Davis really moving well off the whistle here. Nice switch, got the 2-point reversal. Boy, the motion that he gave there was pretty special.
Yeah, he created the motion and just didn't stop till he had what he wanted.
Yep. That Davis now lead Carver Wheeland 8-1 with 1:49 to go. Second period. Looks like he's going to optional start out. Carver did a nice job of not giving up any points from the bottom position. Davis not wanting to stay down there. Both wrestlers to their feet. 1:40 to go here. Second period. Davis in on another single. Wheeland able to get his leg back. Davis in on the other side, right in with another 3-point takedown, Josh. That's going to extend his lead 11-2 over Carver. So now we're going to bring up Remy Wrestler to 8 to mat 8.
CJ McGregor, Algona.
We got a minute 26 left in the second period for Wheeland here. He's in the down position still.
Davis looking cradle. Wheeland doing a nice job of stretching that out, not giving that up.
Now wrestling on mat 3 at 132 pounds. Kane Rogers, North Fayette Valley. Steel Dirks, Assumption Davenport.
So Remy Wrestler takes the mat here on mat 8. He's going to have the red ankle band on here.
Now wrestling mat number 3 at 132. Now wrestling on mat number 8 at 132 pounds. Caden Parker, Oskaloosa. Remy Wrestler, Independence. Parker, Oskaloosa. Wrestler, Independence. Now wrestling mat number 8 at 132.
Remy kind of on a knee position. Now he comes back up to his feet. Both wrestlers still on their feet. Remy looks like going to give up a takedown here, and does.
Wheeland still, Davis has the leg in and working the top position.
Remy having a lot of nice motion there from bottom, still in the down position in his base. Parker's going to intentionally release him. It's a 3-1 match down there for 8. Remy Wrestler trailing 3-1. Both wrestlers ear to ear.
We're going to finish the second period. Wheeland still down 11-2 right now. Davis chooses neutral to start the third period here.
Wrestler and Parker go out of bounds with a 1:03 to go first period. Parker leading Wrestler 3-1.
Davis gets the takedown. Scores 14-2 now.
Remy in on a nice single over here on mat 8. Not able to get it. Comes back up out. Both wrestlers back to their feet.
Now wrestling mat 2 at 138 pounds. Caden Wild, Assumption Davenport. Jaden Bucknell.
Wheeland doing a really nice job of fighting to not go to his back. Davis working really hard to try to get him there, and Wheeland just won't give up those back points.
Remy kind of walks into another single leg down here on mat 8. Parker's got him lifted up here. He's going to get another takedown. Remy's going to be trailing 6-1 here with 18 seconds to go first period. Remy comes right out from bottom here. Big 10 seconds here if he can get an escape, and he does get the escape. Makes it a 6-2 match. It's about 3 seconds to go here.
Yeah, 57 seconds left in the third period here with Carver.
Remy wins choice. I think he's going to defer. They're going to try to hopefully get 2 top positions. Parker's not going to do that. He knows better. He's going to go neutral here. So Carver in the down position here, trailing 14-2, 57 seconds to go, third period. Davis gives him an optional stop or optional start here. Wrestler Parker both on their knees, ear to ear here. Remy working a 2-on-1 on the right side.
Got about 30 seconds left in Wheeland's match. They're both up on their feet. Davis has Wheeland on his butt, trying to go around to get another takedown.
Remy on a single leg and gets a takedown here. That's going to bring that match 6-5 here. Remy on top. He's going for a cradle, trying to hook it up. Parker smartly goes flat to his belly here. Remy's still working really hard on a crossface down on mat 8. Remy lets him back up to his base, goes right back into a crossface here. Looking for cradle. He's got a cradle hook, Josh. Oh, he's going to get no back points off it. Parker did a really nice job of breaking hands there. Remy turned him over there, just couldn't get any back points.
Carver Wheeland ends up losing 24-4 as he got thrown to his back with about 15 seconds left.
Remy's got it, looks like working a near side cradle down here. He's trailing 6-5 with 25 seconds to go, second period. Remy doing a really nice job of riding and looking to hook things up here in the second period. They go out of bounds. They're going to get a fresh restart with 18 seconds to go there. Parker is leading wrestlers 6-5. Once again, that's a 12-5 matchup. Parker a 5 seed, Remy wrestler a 12 seed.
Now wrestling mat number 6 at 132. Now wrestling on mat
Remy with a really nice mat return there.
Leighton Yeager, Esterville, Lincoln Central, Dax Kudum.
Down to 8 seconds to go. Remy with a couple really nice mat returns, Josh. Hooks up a bar here. Got just a couple seconds left. That was a good ride out. Good takedown, good ride out. We're going to go into the third period. Remy trailing 6-5 here. It's going to be his choice. I think Remy's going to take the top position.
And Tanner Wilson is up on mat 1 right now.
He's in the red.
Now wrestling on mat number 5 at 138 pounds. Jacob Harrison Ballard, Will Larson Decora. Harrison Ballard, Larson Decora, now wrestling mat number 5 at 138.
Underway here in the third period. Remy chose top, trying to get a couple mat returns here. Parker to his feet, doing a good job of not being returned. Remy's going to get hit with a stall. Parker now turning and facing here. Remy's going to get reversed to his back. Mat 1, Tanner Wilson just getting started over there. Remy's in big trouble here on mat 8. Parker's repositioning on top, looking for a fall here. Remy really trying to work to get out off his back. Parker's got a leg tied up, preventing that. Remy does get off his back.
Tanner does a good job of fighting off a single leg. They're back to their feet here on mat number 1.
Remy's trailing 12-5 with 45 seconds to go, third period. Remy's working up to a base here.
Now wrestling mat number 4 at 138 pounds. Logan McDonald, Grinnell. Jackson Miller, North Butler, Clarksville. McDonald, Grinnell. Miller.
Tanner kind of gave up a little ankle pick there and ends up giving up a takedown here. So Tanner's trailing 3-0 with 54 seconds to go, first period. Going to get a restart on mat 8. Remy wrestlers in the down position, trailing 12-5 with 21 seconds to go, third period. Parker from Oskaloosa. Tanner in the down position here on mat 1 with 47 seconds to go, first period, trailing 3-0. Tanner kind of bellied out here. Remy's going to get hit with a stall there. That's going to make this team score the total there 13-5. Looks like we got Tyler Wheeling in the hole on mat 8.
Tanner's up to his feet, trying to switch.
Looks like he's got the leg hook there, Josh. Just not able to get it completed. Remy does end up losing 13-5 down here on mat 8.
Number 7 at 144 pounds.
So that's going to be the end of the first period. Tanner trailing 3-0. It is going to be his choice. He's going to defer. London Green looks like he's going to go new. Oh no, he's going to go down.
Sergeant Bluff Luton, Jordan Schmidt Solon. Walsh, Sergeant Bluff Luton, Schmidt Solon, now wrestling mat number 6 at 144. Now wrestling on mat number 8 at 138 pounds, Ben Kusar Perry, Tice Clarkin, Humboldt, Kusar Perry, Clarkin, Humboldt, now wrestling mat number 8 at 138.
Tanner gives up the escape.
London Green's going to have a 4-0 advantage. They go out of bounds. Both wrestlers are going to be on their feet here with 1:46 to go, second period. Tanner controlling the wrist on the right side. Good motion here from Wilson.
Wilson with a nice carry there for a 3-point takedown.
Boy, really nice from Tanner there. Set that up well. Now he's looking to cradle here. He's got a deep cross face.
Now wrestling mat number
That brings the London Green 4, Wilson 3 here.
Winner set, Caden Dietzenbach, Burlington,
1:08 to go, second period.
Winner set, Dietzenbach, Burlington, Notre Dame. Now wrestling mat number 2.
London Green battling off that cross face from Wilson. To his feet. He is going to get the 1-point escape here. London Green 5, Wilson 3. 50 seconds to go. London Green in on a good single. Tanner with the wizard in here. London Green looking to pick that up. Tanner doing a really good job of fighting that off here thus far. Oh, Tanner kicked out of it. Really nice job from Tanner. 30 seconds to go, second period. Tanner trailing 5-3. One thing about it, I don't think there's going to be any stall calls. Tanner's still on offense. There isn't any question. Another shot attempt from Tanner. Both wrestlers back to their feet. Another shot attempt from Tanner. Nothing going. Both wrestlers back to their feet again. That's the end of the second period. It's going to be Tanner's choice here, down by 2. Looks like Tanner's going to have blood time. He's got Coach Doyle over there in his corner. Looks like we do have Kramer on mat 4 in the hole. We got Tyler Wheeland on deck on mat 8. So the action's certainly going to continue here from Des Moines with the Independence wrestlers.
Tanner chooses to go neutral here in the third period.
Tanner with just a nice go behind takedown. Takes the lead 6-5. He is going to give the escape. That's going to tie it up 6-6. Both wrestlers right on the out of bounds line, kind of ear to ear here. Tied up 6-6, 1:33 to go, third period. Tanner's really been doing some nice things off his feet here. Oh, nice pass by. Another takedown from Tanner Wilson. Kind of pulls him out of bounds. That's going to take a 9-6 lead with 1:23 to go, third period. Really nice little slide by there, Josh.
We got a minute 23 left.
Tanner hasn't had much success with the ride here, so I suggest we're probably going back to our feet. Tanner with a deep cross face goes to get the cradle. It looks like he's got it hooked up.
I don't think he's got it locked. He's got
a good hand battle there. Both wrestlers back.
Pick him up. Nice return, Tanner.
Tanner kind of in a Turk position, doesn't quite get the leg, but a beautiful mat return there. Tanner's got the left ankle hooked, working a cross face here from the left side. Now he looks to near side. London Green's going to get out here with a 1-point escape. That's going to make it 9-7 with 45 seconds to go, third period. Tanner leading by 2. London Green in on a shot. Tanner, nice down block there. Now he's in on a shot of his own. Nothing shaking. London Green gets his legs back. Both wrestlers off their knees here, Josh.
Yeah, we're down to about 25 seconds left.
Mat number 5 at 144 pounds.
Both of them still hand fighting, wrestling head ear to ear.
Central Lion, George Little Rock. Tate German.
Tanner fighting off another shot there.
Hashi. Central
Tanner's
Lion,
got London
George
Green in a
Little
front
Rock.
headlock here with
German.
10 seconds to go.
North Fayette Valley now wrestling mat number 5 at 144.
Kind of a go behind, but he's not been awarded the takedown. 3 seconds to go here. That's going to do it. Tanner's going to win 9-7 here at 138. He's going to advance to the 3rd round on the front side of the bracket, Josh.
Yeah, that was just a really hard-fought match. Giving up the first takedown in the first period, but coming back and getting 3 takedowns of his own to win.
Well, you know, Tanner, an 11 seed, just knocked off a 6 seed, goes down, but that's no surprise right there. Tanner's, there's no way he's an 11 seed. So looking at our bracket here, our match is coming up. Tyler Wheeland is just a period away from being up on mat 8. Kramer's coming right up on mat 4. Looks like he's a period away.
Smith Atlantic. Tyler Decora now wrestling mat number 1 at 144.
So we're going to have Tyler Wheeland and Cam Kramer both coming up here. Kramer's going to have Mikey Ryan from Mount Vernon, you know, looking at a really good kid. You know, been ranked 1 and 2 all year, Josh. They've met a couple times. Mikey Ryan's super good on his feet. It'll be a tough matchup, but you know, just the other day, Cam had him on his back in the first period. You know, I wouldn't rule anything out in this match.
Yeah, that's right. Cam isn't going to just roll over for him, so anything can happen here.
It's certainly a match you're going to want to watch all 3 periods. There isn't any question. Doesn't matter what the score is. So looking at mat 8 here, got a period to go. So Independence through the 138-pound bracket. Independence has got 1 still on the front side. We have lost 4 wrestlers to the back side, which will all wrestle tomorrow. Now we are up to 144 and 150 pounds, and both wrestlers are on deck here, Josh. Yeah, you know, some really good matchups. You know, we talked about, you know, even Carver's bracket a little bit. Carver was in deep water. A really, really good win in the front round. But up against, you know, for a freshman, he's really up against a tough matchup, you know, with the number 2 seed in the tournament. So
now wrestling match number 3.
I'll be very curious to see how he can do on the backside, Josh. I think he's going to be, once again, a handful for anybody that draws him.
Yeah, and I think that's why it's good on this, that he gets the night tomorrow to really recoup instead of having to come back and wrestle right away again.
Yeah, you know, we talked about that, especially for a freshman, Josh. It's nice to get him around the coaches, maybe get his mind off wrestling a little bit. You know, he doesn't need much there. So Tyler Wheeland up on mat 8 now.
He's wrestling Chase Krantz from Davenport, freshman, 27 and 16.
Now wrestling on mat number 6 at 150 pounds. Keaton Mulford, Iowa Falls, Alden. Hudson Scranton, Anamosa.
Both wrestlers kind of forehead to forehead. Tyler was working a little 2-on-1 on the left side there. Tyler a little underhook on the right side. Kind of wrist control on the left. Now he's working double unders, is Wheeland. Kind of interesting, both wrestlers seem to want to do the same things here.
Yeah. Both got kind of the same body build too.
Moving back to the center of the mat here. 1:15 to go, first period.
Aiden Hippen, Clear Lake. Jax Jensen, Winterset. Hippen, Clear Lake. Jensen, Winterset. Now wrestling mat number 2 at 150.
Down to 1 minute to go here, first period. Both wrestlers kind of ear to ear. Tyler Wheeland working a 2-on-1 on the right side here. Krantz smartly backing out of that. Didn't like where he was at. Krantz with a half attempt at a shot. Wheeland with a little go behind attempt, but Krantz does a nice job of coming back to his feet there, not giving anything up. We're down to 25 seconds to go here, first period, no score. Both wrestlers with some kind of half shot attempts, nothing really too committed. We go out of bounds with 18 seconds to go, first period, no score.
Krantz in on a single leg.
Now wrestling mat number 7 at 150 pounds. Ashton Moreno, Algona. Briggs Collins, West Liberty.
Wheeland with the
Moreno,
wizard in
Algona,
here.
Collins,
No
West
score in the
Liberty.
first
Now
period.
wrestling
Wheeland
mat number
kind of
7
lucky to get
at
through there
150.
without giving that up.
Yeah,
He did a nice job of keeping his hip and trying to keep that leg back. Krantz wins the toss, I assume. He's going to take the down position to start the second period here. No score. Krantz, Davenport Assumption, Wheeland from Independence. Krantz is going to get a caution here. Not sure what he did there. I wasn't watching. Wheeland covers. We're underway here in the second period. Wheeland really does a nice job of trapping that ankle. Krantz pulls that out to a sit-out position.
Glenwood, Weber, West Delaware, Manchester, Bobble, Glenwood, now wrestling mat number 6 at 157.
Wheeland does a good job of pulling him back down to his butt. On first cross face here.
Trying to post the arm. He does get the arm through quite a ways here. Kind of trying to butcher. Now he's jumping back over to the cradle, but he's lost the crossface.
Aiden McRoberts, Sergeant Bluff Luton, Brady Patterson, Bet Community. McRoberts, Sergeant.
He's got the cradle locked up here. Puts him on his back. It's pretty tight, Danny. He got the fall.
Boy, that's a great fall. Tyler Wheeland advancing on to the third round on the front side. There's two guys. Boy, that cradle was tight. I mean, he grabbed his wrist with that cradle. You know, I really thought Tyler was super patient and did a really nice job of baiting that. Didn't, you know, just jump over the top of the crossface, work some other things. And boy, when he went and got it, he went and got it.
Now wrestling on mat number 8 at
Yeah, he did a good job of just keeping him down, staying patient on top, not just letting him go to your feet.
Brent Denhart, Greene County.
So we got Kramer Ryan matchup on mat 4 here at 150 pounds.
At 157.
It's a second round winners bracket here. You know, looking at the seeding here, obviously doesn't mean much, but Kramer's a 15, Mikey Ryan's a 2. Mikey in on a single leg right away. He does finish the takedown. Ryan leads Kramer 3-0. Kramer with a roll through, does kind of a Granby type move and gets the escape, Josh. That's a 3-1. 140 to go here, first period.
Mount Vernon. Now wrestling mat number 4 at 150.
Both wrestlers on their feet here with 1:30 to go, first period. Kramer in on a little single leg shot. Ryan doing a nice job of getting his legs back. Both wrestlers back to their feet. Kramer trailing 3-1. Ryan with a little shot attempt. Kramer doing a nice job backing out. Kramer has him in a little front headlock. Ryan a little slide by type move there, pretty slick, but he's not. Oh, he did get the takedown on it right on the edge of the mat. I'm not sure that was a takedown.
Yeah, he wasn't covering the hips at all, so I guess I don't know how they gave him 3. But
well, and Mikey Ryan kept his whole body in bounds because he was going to go out of bounds to cover the hips, and so they give him the takedown before he does that, and as soon as he tries to cover the hips, they call it out of bounds. So, and needless to say, we go back to the middle with 6-1 match. Kramer with a nice escape right away here, 6-2 with 50 seconds to go, first period. You know, I Ryan does seem to be a little bit cautious in there with Kramer after the last time. Mikey Ryan in on another single leg here. Kramer the Wizard in here. Mikey Ryan changes direction, and he is going to cover it there. He's going to take a 9-2 lead with 25 seconds to go, first period. They do go out of bounds at 25 seconds. We'll get a restart with Kramer in the down position here. Kind of looking across the board, I would certainly think that Meyer would be coming up here. Oh, here he is right there. He's going to be on deck on mat 6, so we'll have him right down in front of us here on the next match. Back underway on mat 4. I'm not sure how they're dinging him with a stall there. They come back to the middle with, but anyway. Kramer does get hit with a stall call. He's trailing 9-2 with 8 seconds to go, first period. Kramer does a nice job of coming to his feet. No back there. End of the first period. Mikey Ryan 9, Kramer 2.
Now wrestling mat number 1 at 150
Ryan's choice.
pounds.
He chooses the down
Wayne
position.
Gudenkopf, West Delaware, Manchester. Niall Sin Williamsburg. Gudenkopf, West Delaware, Manchester. Sin Williamsburg. Now wrestling mat number 1 at 150.
Once again, we talked about it earlier. Don't take your eyes off this Kramer match. He's can win from a lot of positions. Ryan does get the escape. He takes a 10-2 lead. Kramer with a nice snap down. Kramer trying to look underhook on the right side. Ryan re-attacks on the left side here with a single. In pretty deep on a single here, Josh.
Kramer's got a shin wizard, well, gives it up and gives up the 3-point takedown.
That's going to be 13-2. Kramer's giving up back points here. Not sure how many. They're giving 3 back points. That's going to be a minimum of 16-2. Kramer does a nice job of coming out of there and back to his knees. He's going to get the 1-point escape. It's going to be 16-3 with 50 seconds to go, second period. They're going to go stalemate. We're going to get a restart. Both wrestlers on their feet here with 50 seconds to go. Kramer trailing 16-3. Mikey Ryan with kind of just an ankle pick off the whistle. That's going to do it. That's a 19-3 technical fall for Mikey Ryan over Cam Kramer at 150 pounds. Next up, we're going to move to mat 6 here. Christopher Meyer is going to be up. We're currently in the third period there with about 50 seconds to go. Weber from West Delaware, Manchester, which is a pretty familiar name, is up 13-1 there.
Cason Miller, Fairfield. Mike and Wheeler, Anamosa.
Weber, a 5 seed.
Wheeler, Anamosa, now wrestling mat number 4 at 157.
Weber just got the tech fall, so we will be up now with Christopher Meyer.
Bieber will be coming up on mat 1 here in the hole, so we should be able to, broadcast Christopher Meyer and move right into Bieber here at 175. So Christopher Meyer, first round bye. He's an 8 seed, so not having to wrestle in the front round. This is going to be his first match of the day. We've got 2 guys into the third round here, looking to get 4.
6 at 165 pounds. Carter McGregor,
Christopher
Algona.
Meyer will be green.
Christopher Meyer, Independence. McGregor, Algona. Meyer, Independence. Now wrestling mat number 6 at 165.
We've seen, the problem is when you're an 8 seed, Josh, you're going to wrestle the 9, and these guys have already wrestled. So they're both familiar with each other. I really think if Christopher Meyer gets on his offense and finishes, I really like Christopher Meyer in this match.
Yeah, Christopher's been looking really good lately when he gets deep on that single leg. He's really been finishing it.
Both wrestlers working from space here. Christopher's, hand checking him. Now they're into a bit of a tie up here, right in the center of the match. center of the mat, excuse me. Christopher with 2 or 3 little nice fakes. Got 1:05 to go here, first period. Nobody really pulled the trigger on a shot attempt here yet. Now both wrestlers kind of working collar tie. Christopher Meyer with a nice snap out of that. Down to 45 seconds to go, first period. We're at the 165-pound weight bracket. Christopher Meyer from Independence. McGregor from Algona. Not, you know, Meyer did beat him earlier in the year, but as you alluded to earlier, Josh, you know, anytime you got to start wrestling a guy the second and third time, it becomes more difficult to win.
Yeah, and I'm sure these coaches have talked their wrestler up on what they need to do different.
And I notice his left leg is back an awful lot, Josh. And that's where Christopher Meyer really likes to go. There, he's in on it.
He's deep, lifts him up, takes him down.
Ran out of time.
Ran out of time.
Boy, he was going to get back points off the takedown. Christopher Meyer in really deep on a single, picked him right straight up, and put him right on his back, but ran out of time. So we go to the second period here, no score. McGregor deferred. Meyer chooses neutral here, so we move into the second period.
Will Goodlove, Mount Vernon. Taylor Mailer, Hampton, Dumont, Cal. Goodlove, Mount Vernon, Mailer.
Christopher on the same shot again. He's deep again.
At number 3 at 157.
Looking to pick it up. Does a nice job. Finishes
nice
that.
C-step dump to his butt.
Lucas Kral, Garner, Hayfield, Ventura.
Breaks him down to his belly. Really textbook finish there, Josh.
Schaefer, Eagle Grove, now wrestling mat.
He's got the arm trapped here.
Gonna be too close to the out of bounds.
He's in a great spot to tilt, but I don't think he's, like you say, Josh, got enough room. He does kind of just go out of bounds with it. We're going to get a restart with 1:21 to go, second period. Christopher Meyer's leading 3-0 here. Keith Donnelly there bouncing on his chair. I need to make sure I put that out there. Eating a fingernail, it looks like. Hopefully Molly Donnelly's listening. There's 1 point escape for McGregor. It's going to be a 3-1 match. Christopher Meyer leading. Both wrestlers right in the center of the mat here. Oh, Chris in another great single. Same exact.
Switches off to a double leg.
Covers the legs here.
Works up around the waist. There, gets his 3-point takedown.
Just textbook. It's gotten better and better all year, Josh. That was a key for me early on in the year for him to be successful, not only throughout the year, but down here, was finishing that shot. He's really gotten better and better all year. Works an armbar here off the left side, looking for the wrist on the right. He's got McGregor right flat on his belly here, Josh. He's going to have to get off the hips, I'm afraid. Gonna have to choose a side here. McGregor up to his feet. Chris is just going to cut him here and let him go. It's going to make it a 6-2 match with 10 seconds to go, second period. McGregor with a half-hearted shot. Meyer gets his leg back. Both wrestlers to their feet here. That's going to do it for the second period, Josh. Christopher Meyer going to take a 6-2 advantage in the third period. McGregor's choice, he's going to take top here to start the third. So, you know, it'd be nice to see Chris explode up here and get his 1 point. Chris really doing a nice job moving his feet, looking for hand control. McGregor has a nice return there right on the edge of the mat. They're going to go out of bounds. We're going to get a restart. We got 1:45 to go, third period. Chris Meyer in the down position. He's leading 6-2. Chris right to his feet again. Good hand control, and he's out for one. That's going to give him a 7-2 advantage. Right back in on a single. I don't know if he's going to get that finished on the out of bounds there, Josh, right on the edge.
I think he is. He's going to get that.
There it is. There's another 3-point takedown by Meyer. That extends his lead 10-2. Good stuff.
That was just really, really smart by Chris. He was facing the out of bounds and shot right in on the guy, turned him to the out of bounds, and ended up getting his 3 points.
It's 1:20 to go, third period. Meyer leading 10-2. We're at the 165-pound weight class. Meyer just lets him back to his feet here. He's really been in on that takedown at will. I don't see any reason why we can't get back in and finish another one. Another half-hearted shot by McGregor there. Meyer in on that same single again, really deep.
Now wrestling match.
And he's going to cross the hips, and there's another takedown. 13-3 lead for Meyer. It just at will. I'm not too sure he shouldn't try to tech this kid.
Yeah, I mean, right now he's got the major decision. That's one team point. But go up and get that tech fall, get 1.5 team points.
Meyer's got him belly out right on the out of bounds line here. They're going to get a stalemate. We're going to get a restart with 37 seconds here. Third period, Meyer leading 13-3. You know, really nice job of finishing takedowns in this match. Off the whistle, Chris traps the arm. Breaks McGregor right down to his belly. Chris is really in a spot here to try to get a tilt going, Josh.
About 20 seconds left in third period here.
McGregor really not doing anything. He's belly down. He's done. Down to 8 seconds, 7. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a 13-3 win here for Christopher Meyer. What a great match. That's a great 8-9 win right there, Josh.
Yep, just went out, got in on a shot, kind of felt it out a little bit in the first period, and then once he seen he could get into it at the end of the first, he just kept getting into his shots.
Yeah, you know, McGregor never scored a point really in that match. I mean, Chris Meyer gave him the 3 points basically back to his feet, and Chris Meyer just you know, runs a takedown clinic there. So there's 3 guys in on the front side still. So we move to Bieber over here on mat 1. He's going to be up next. We got about a period and a half here before he's up. Well, what's that matchup looking like for us, Josh?
So Bieber 39-10 against Dane Buckhart from Fairfield 37-4, but once again it's an 8-9 matchup.
Yeah, those are tough matchups, and you know, it's anybody's match there. Bieber really likes to keep the score close most generally, so I expect to see that in that matchup, and probably look for a takedown in the third period to win if I had to draw it up for you. Yeah. Seems to be the way a lot of his matches go. So
now wrestling on mat number 4 at 165.
So
Mitchell
looking
Fisher,
here.
Sheldon South O'Brien, Tucker Fitzhume Ballard. Fisher, Sheldon, South O'Brien, Fitzhume Ballard, now wrestling mat number 4 at 165.
Got good love from Mount Vernon's trailing 11-8. Mauler from Hampton Dumont Cal winning 11-8 there on mat 3. So once again, Mustangs have 10 in the tournament. We still have 3 on the front side, Josh, but you know, we've still got 2. We got 1 more match here on the back side to try to get 4 guys through 3 rounds here. And once again, as we talk, you know, if you're just joining in a little late, even if you lose the front side here today, you will not wrestle again, and you'll wrestle tomorrow. So there's nobody eliminated in the first day of this tournament. You go to the backside, they do talk about it in the program being a consolation, but it's just a bye. So you'll have your first round backside matches tomorrow for the 2A for all classes for that matter. But yeah, that was a change when they did switch to this 32-man bracket that you talked about, Josh. So you know, like we talked, kind of interesting, and you know, when Independence brings 10 guys down, it really gives you a chance to regroup and get your athletes in a good frame of mind and bring them back tomorrow ready to win again.
Yeah.
So we look back down here at mat 1. They are 55 seconds to go here, second period. There's no score there. It's tied up 0-0. Boyles from Burlington, Notre Dame. Willie from West Liberty. It's a 7-10 matchup, Josh, and once again, it's tied up 0-0 with 45 seconds to go. Looks like Boyles in on a good shot, but he runs it out of bounds, so we're going to get a restart down there with 39 seconds to go, second period.
65 pounds, Ethan Pryor, Williamsburg. William Polhart, Decorah. Pryor, Williamsburg. Polhart, Decorah. Now wrestling mat number 7 at 165.
Well, I would say, Josh, it's a pretty good seat right here. We really got a great view of 8 mats here. We're almost right in the middle of the scoreboard over, mat 5 and 6. So pretty much right in the middle of the arena with a great view of all 8 mats here. So down on mat 1, that's going to go into the third period tied up. As we wait for the Bieber match there on mat 1. Looks like both wrestlers are going to go on their feet down there for the third period. So we're going to go out of bounds down there. Boyles does get hit with a stall call. That's going to be 1 point for Willie. There must have been another stall earlier in that match I didn't see. So 1:38 to go, third period here. Willie from West Liberty lead 1-0.
Now wrestling mat number 2 at 190 pounds. Thomas Sexton, Decorah. Drew Weeder, East Marshall, GMG. Sexton, Decorah. Weeder, East Marshall, GMG. Now wrestling mat number 2 at 190. Now wrestling on mat number 3 at 165 pounds. King Kibbers, Winterset. Deegan Miller, Greene County. Kibbers, Winterset. Miller, Greene County. Now wrestling mat
so
number
we're
3
down
at
to 103 to go down there on mat 1.
75 pounds.
Willie still with a 1-0 lead down there.
Tyler Crow, Mediapolis. Ringler, Grinnell, Crow, Mediapolis. Now wrestling mat number 4 at 175. Now wrestling on mat number
Boyles in on a single.
75 pounds. Charlie Campbell, Clarion, Goldfield House.
Wheelie's looking to come around the backside. Looks like he's going to score and does. That's going to give him a 4-0 advantage with 40 seconds to go here, third period.
Now wrestling mat number 6 at 175 pounds. Christian Dunning, Clear Lake. Tayton Rummel, Algona. Dunning, Clear Lake.
They're going to get a stalemate call down there with 27 seconds to go here, third period.
Now wrestling at mat number 8 at 175 pounds. Max Dalton, Woodward Granger. Brock Mulder, Boyden Hole, Rock Valley. Dalton, Woodward Granger. Mulder, Boyden Hole, Rock Valley. Now wrestling mat number 8 at 175.
Back underway here on mat 1. 20 seconds away from the Bieber matchup here. This is going to be the last match of the day for Independence, Josh. It'd really be nice to see Bieber come away and get a tight win here.
Yeah, it'd be a good way to finish the day off and build for tomorrow. The 10 wrestlers coming back tomorrow to hit the mat again.
So that's going to do it. Bieber is walking his way to mat 1 right now with Coach Doyle. And Coach Holt alongside Doyle there. A couple pretty good guys to have in the corner right there. Bieber's going to be red here.
Now wrestling mat number 1 at 175 pounds.
Once again, this is another one of those 8-9 matchups. You know, we're on the wrong end of that this time, but it'd really be nice to see Bieber, really not a big upset win, but it'd be nice to see him and come away with the win here. Both wrestlers kind of ear to ear to get started. Bieber in on a single, but it was right at the out of bounds line. We're going to get a restart here with 1:48 to go, first period.
I really like to see that out of Bieber right away. Wasn't really trying to feel stuff out. He went right after a shot.
You go, Brillan, you go.
Both wrestlers kind of forehead to forehead here. 1:25 to go, first period. Brillan with a little underhook on the left side there. Brillan with another single leg attempt right on the out of bounds line. They did end up going out of bounds. Going to get a restart here with 58 seconds to go, first period. Both wrestlers kind of ear to ear here.
Now wrestling mat number 7 at 175 pounds.
Bieber with a nice shot there.
North Fayette Valley. Maximus Purdy, Davenport Assumption. Kerr, North Fayette Valley. Purdy, Davenport Assumption. Now wrestling mat number 7 at
30 seconds to go here, first period. No score. Oh, Bieber really fortunate there. Fell down.
Ends up with a single leg. They're on the edge of the mat. They go out of bounds.
Boy, I really thought he was going to give up a takedown there, Josh. He lost his footing, fell down. You know, Burkhart really looked like he was just going to jump on top for 3. Didn't get it done. Bieber gets back to his feet in on his own single. They go out of bounds. So we restart here with, 10 seconds left. It's going to be the end of the first period. No score here. Looks like Bieber wins the toss. He's going to go down again. You know, we talked about this earlier in his match. You know, be the first one to score here.
Yeah, and I really like that first period for Brillan, even though he didn't get any points out of it. He's up 3-0 on shots taken. So as the match goes on, refs notice that and stall calls will come out.
Brillan to his base here. Got both his knees underneath him. Now he goes to a sit out. Grabs Burkhart's leg. Lifting it up, trying to come out the back door here.
Now wrestling mat number 6 at 190 pounds.
Burkhart's pretty higher, but he's got a boot in.
West Delaware, Manchester.
Looks like he's kind of comfortable in this position.
Brendan Lamfers, Sioux Center.
Brillan does a good job getting his knees together. He almost had his leg out.
Lamfers, Sioux Center, now wrestling mat number 6 at 190.
Brillan needs to try to find a wrist here. Now he's up to his base. Got his knees under him. Burkhart does a nice job of knocking those back down. Bieber pretty flat on his belly here. Got 59 seconds to go, second period. Not really much action here. Really kind of riding parallel on the hips. Not a lot of action here.
Yeah, I'd like to see a stalemate, get a fresh start, but doesn't look like the ref's gonna do that.
There's nothing been gained out of this position for over a minute. The top guy's really not working anything there. He finally gets a stalemate with 26 seconds to go, first period. Hopefully Bieber really comes up to his feet here. Burkhart covers here. Going to have a caution on Bieber.
Now wrestling mat number 2 at 190 pounds, Jamie Van Wise, Central Lion, George Little Rock, Parker Moritz, Garner Hayfield Ventura, Van Wise, Central Lion, George Little Rock, Moritz, Garner Hayfield Ventura. Now wrestling mat
Bieber
number
kind of
2
in a
at
sit-out
190.
position. Burkhart's trying to get his legs in just to prevent him from turning here. Bieber coming up. 5 seconds
if he keeps
left.
working here, he might get one. He should get 2 there.
There, he got 2. Right at the buzzer. I mean, 1 second to go, he got 2. Bieber's going to take a 2-0 lead. Burkhart can't believe it. Burkhart's thinking, what? That's no way. So Bieber ahead 2-0 here as they start the 3rd period. Burkhart takes the bottom position. Bieber gets a second caution here. He's going to have to settle in here from the top. That's going to, I guess I didn't hear the whistle. I thought that was going to be a caution the other way. Burkhart up to a tripod here. Turns in, grabs a leg of Bieber's. Bieber's going to give up a reversal here. That's going to tie it up 2-2.
Now wrestling mat
Bieber up to his base here. Kind of in that same sit-out position, Josh. Got a leg.
Did a good job of getting his arm underneath the leg coming in.
Mat number 4 at 190.
Got 120 to go here.
Mat number 5. Brendan Hine, Benton Community. Brody Schmidt, Dubuque Waller. Hine, Benton
Bieber
Community.
working hard
Schmidt,
here to try to get
Dubuque
that leg
Waller.
picked
Now
up.
wrestling mat number 5 at 190.
Just be careful not to give up back
Now
points.
wrestling on mat
Burkhart
number
pulls him
3 at
backwards there.
175 pounds.
Bieber up
Brock Boyna, Cresco
there. He's going to have 2-point reversal.
West Delaware,
That's going to give him the lead 4-2 with 53 seconds to go here in the 3rd period.
West Delaware, Manchester. Now wrestling mat number 3 at 175.
I really think Burkhart really spent a lot of energy there trying to hang on not to give that reversal up, Josh.
Brian Snyder,
He is up to a tripod. Bieber putting a lot of forward pressure on.
Now wrestling mat number 8 at
He's got the
190.
1-point escape. It's going to be 4-3 with 28 seconds to go. Bieber does not have a stall call, so I would say don't be afraid to pick one of those up. Both wrestlers ear to ear here. 20 seconds to go, 3rd period. Bieber leading 4-3.
Please remember, wrestling fans, that the T-shirt vendor will be closing soon, so be sure to get your purchases done before the end
No
of the
stall.
session.
There's 11 seconds left. Bieber
Once again,
leading 4-3.
The T-shirt vendor concession will be closing
Bieber
soon.
kind of holding his
Please
ground
get your
here in the
purchases
middle.
done before the
5
end of the
seconds
session.
left. That's going to do it, Josh. Bieber's going to advance on the front side here with a 4-3 win over the 8-seeded Dane Burkhart. So, you know, to recap the day here just a little bit, Josh, you know, so we've got 4 wrestlers on the front side still, which is super good. We had some guys really battle there in the 2nd round with unfortunate matchups, you know, and it was no secret. You know, we were up against the wall there in a few matchups with some, you know, really highly ranked kids. But you know, overall, I thought both your freshmen did a really nice job. I thought Zach Holman come out and battled in an unfortunate pin there, where I thought it was called really quick. Not that he wasn't, you know, going to come out and win, but I thought it was called really quick. Cameron Kramer, you know, an unfortunate draw, I thought, on seeding. But once again, I think he's a guy that can really make some noise on the backside and keep scoring some team points for you. So, you know, all in all, Josh, well, you know, maybe some of your thoughts on the day's final.
Yeah, I thought it was overall a really good day. I mean, you go win that many matches in the 1st round. And then come back and yeah, you're going to run into tougher kids. Every day you're going to run into tougher kids. So everybody came out and fought and
you know,
put themselves in a good spot. Now we just got to score on the backside. So nobody's out of the tournament today. We can still score a lot of team points on the backside. Now the goal is just go get the next best thing.
So, you know, I've just paying attention to the team scoreboard here. Independence is currently, you know, there's a couple matches left to go here, but Independence is tied for third here with 34 points. Davenport Assumption is leading it with 37.5. So, you know, Independence still right where they really need to be after the first day. You still got everybody in the tournament. Come back tomorrow, you know, get some wins on the backside, create some team points here, and give your team a chance. So, well, guys, you know, that's going to wrap it up for Josh and I here on the first day. We really appreciate everybody that listened in, and you know, we're going to come back here tomorrow at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, and we'll have some more hold-by-hold action as all 10 Mustangs continue their quest for a podium performance here at the state tournament. Thank you.